guys. It's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. So we made it to Tuesday. Oh, I got work today. This is the longest time I have until I have off again. It's today. You're not late. I just started. Hi. Hi, Rebecca. Might go. So Victoria said something nice today. Victoria said that we can loosen the chat up a little bit in Judge Fleischer's chat so people can talk a little bit more about stuff. As long as they don't abuse it, which they're going to. But that's okay because we'll delete it. That's what we do. It's like a video game to us now. We just pew, 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 pew. But that's okay. It's great. His chat is way different than our chat. I just got to say that. Bonjour. Charlotte, I think you're going to like this because there's some French going on in here, but not French. Okay. Yesterday, somebody asked for Creole. I can't remember who. I've been stressing trying to remember who asked for Creole yesterday, and I can't remember who it was. But I went tell Hi, Fozzie. Oh my God. How are you? It's been so long. I put out my stream yesterday and two more like 2.5 hour, 3 hour videos. And Fozzie yelled at me for not putting out any shorts. Everybody get him. Just go off on him. Just go get him. Except for you, Bren. Bren, be nice. All right. So, who was it that asked for Creole for the next hearing, the next clip? Because I got it. I got Creole, but I also went above and beyond. I didn't just get Creole for you. I didn't know if maybe you meant Cajun too, or if and because listen, for me they're both the same, and they're not the same. But just in case you're anything like me, I got Cajun too. Not I mean, he's Cajun enough. He's not what's that cook's name? Um, what's that cook's name? That's Cajun. You know what I'm talking about, the old guy with suspenders. It's not that Cajun, but it's enough. However, Lori, I used a whole computer today to record just Stanisberry's courtroom, and he never showed up once, so I could not comply with your request, Lori, but I will. Listen, I don't know what's going on with Georgia. Someone asked for the Foghorn Leghorn judge. Nothing. Nothing on any of the Georgia channels all day. And usually there's some in like Chatham. Usually Chatham has something. And Toombs were no Georgia courts were just playing anything at all yesterday. So I couldn't get him. I don't know what's going on with Georgia. I mean, okay, I understand they just got rocked. So maybe that's what it is. Really, no one is going to tell me the name of that cook? The cook with Wilson. Wilson. That's him. I don't know if I'm allowed to play this, but
onion too big, we put one that's more small on the side with them garlic down in there so it'll
oh
look
wait, you
good.
can't see.
And that there, punch a hole, put the garlic on that, put them onion down in there.
Ah, see, I know that. Okay, I would love to get that, but I didn't get that. But I got something close, close enough, close enough that I did my job. And listen, I got them in one day. Come on, go try. All of you, go try to find a Creole court. Go ahead, try it. Ah, It's not a Muppet. Okay, I'm getting unfocused. Now, I'm going to start off with a bang today, and I pity anyone who's late, and I need a whole bunch of help. Okay? We got a mother, we got a daughter, and they did something. I'm guessing. I'm absolutely guessing. It could be murder. I don't know. I'm guessing they Karened out on something. You'll see why I guess this is why I'm guessing. And you'll see why I don't think it's murder, because none of them are in custody. So I'm guessing they Karened out on something. I was in Judge Fleischer's courtroom modding, so again, I just caught the end of it. It hurts, but here's what I need help with. Their trials are in freaking February. There's absolutely no way I'm going to remember that in February. None, zero. That's after the holidays and everything. Oh, but guys, we're going to have such a good time if we remember this. Yeah, I can write it down, but that won't help because I write it down, then I forget to check. So, if anybody enjoys this next clip, which I'm about to play, and wants to remind me in February, or even there's a pretrial conference in December that's going to be pretty good. But here, you'll see. You'll see what I'm talking about. There it is. I found it.
I need to reappoint counsel for you?
I'm not saying you need to reappoint counsel for me.
You can't have it both ways, ma'am. Either you understand what's going on and you don't need an attorney, or you don't
Pretrial.
and you need an attorney. Which of those two is the more likely
I
answer?
understand what's going on.
All right. So you're here today for entry of plea on your case. There's also a pending motion in this matter. Ms. Haas, is this your case?
It is, Judge. We're working on it together.
All right. Did I see a motion for you to join Danielle Ballard's case and Jacqueline Ballard's case for trial?
Yes, Judge.
Is that also in her case at this point?
Jacqueline is the mother. Danielle is the daughter. The mother is back here, but don't worry, we don't really get to her today. There's also, I believe, a third defendant, but I don't know. But they're talking about joining mother and daughter's cases together. So they are both on the stand at the same time. And they are both pro se.
Even though there hasn't been entry of plea yet?
I believe so.
Am I correct that there hasn't been an entry of plea in Danielle's case?
There is not, Judge.
Just Ms. Ballard, Jacqueline Ballard's.
I'm sorry, say that again, Mr.
The
Franklin?
only plea is entered in Jacqueline Ballard's case.
All right. Ms. Ballard, are you able to enter a plea today?
I plead innocent.
So court will enter a not guilty plea with respect to
I
Ms.
don't
Ballard.
understand how not guilty is not innocent. I said innocent.
They're different. There is no such thing as innocent, ma'am. And
On and for the record, I say innocent.
you can say whatever you want, but I'll enter a not guilty plea. That's the law in this state. So you're not required to prove your innocence. There are jurisdictions that have that, but not in the United States of America. Courts can enter a not guilty plea. Ma'am, you have the right to have your trial within 6 months of today's
my
date.
innocence.
That's called the speedy
just
trial
shows.
right. Do you want me to set it within 6 months?
Yes.
Mr. Franklin, Ms. Haas, how many days for Danielle Ballard's case?
And
How
Jacqueline.
many days are we set for Jacqueline?
We're set for 3 days for Jacqueline, Judge, on February 4th through the 6th.
Okay. So if the court were to grant the motion to join,
Maybe add a day, since there's two defendants.
and Tanya, I'm going to put Ballard D so
Lisi,
that we
you
can keep
are.
these
You
apart
are Lisi.
in our files. Ms. Haas, do you want me to go ahead and set it within the speedy, and then if the court grants the motion to join, you can join them. It would be for the February trial date.
I think that's fine, Judge.
Today is September 30th.
See how he blamed women?
That would mean our
See that,
speedy will be
guys?
October, November, December, March 30th. What do we have? I know we have
And
some
then
dates in
there's
February.
Stephen.
Why don't we go ahead and set it in
I'm
February
guilty.
near Jacqueline Ballard's case? Three. Wait a minute, I'm sorry, the 18th and 19th of February? I need 3 days.
Well, we could start on the 18th or 19th, I'm sorry, and then run it through the rest
Oh.
of the week.
All right, Ms. Ballard, do you think,
I'm pretty sure. Oh, never mind. Charlotte has champagne tonight. That's what I'm going with. Eileen's drinking cooking sherry. Fossey's drinking beer. CJ's drinking wine. Rebecca's drinking wine. Kelly's drinking water. Legal is drinking like water infused with cucumber. Like he had those cucumbers sitting in there for a while, so it's all healthy. And Linus is also drinking the cucumber water. I am drinking the Kool-Aid tonight. That's it.
3 days is enough for the trial? I set your mom's case for 3 days.
If I have, can I change my position on that if I want more time?
No.
Micah's drinking Nutty Bow. Amy's drinking vanilla extract. Lacey's got red wine. Don't be blowing wines and wine coolers. Oh no. Louise is drinking an energy drink. We're all in trouble.
Between now and whenever
No.
today is the day that it had to have 3 days, I would like 2 weeks, please.
Ma'am, you have to explain to me why you need 2 weeks.
There's a lot of evidence.
All right, court agrees 3 days is sufficient for the trial. I don't see anything for 2 weeks. I'm aware of the underlying facts. If you want to make some argument to me as to what this other evidence is, I'm willing to hear you.
Oh, I'll do it in writing.
Okay, well, I'm going to set you for 3 days. Let's do, Ms. Haas, I can do February 18th through the 20th or February 19th through the 21st. Tuesday to Thursday, or can I give her the whole 4 days?
Did you wish?
How about the 18th to the 21st, so you have 4 days of trial?
Yes, sir.
No.
We're fine.
I'm only going to do one alternate, ma'am, because I don't think the case is longer than 2 days. We'll start at 9 a.m. on February 18th. I want parties and counsel here at 8:30, 25.
Straight from the cow.
All right. That means that we are 4.5 months out from trial. Ms. Haas, how much time for initial endorsements? Do you 30 days?
30 days is fine, Judge.
And for initial motions as well?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Ballard, I'm going to set your initial motions for 30 days from today. So we'll do 10/28 will be the deadline for initial motions. Opposing party will have 21 days thereafter to file their response. 10/28
That's what I call him
will
all the
be
time.
11/18 for responses and 11/25 for replies. I'll do 10/28 for initial endorsement of witnesses. Final endorsements are due 35 days before trial. If you fail to endorse in a timely fashion, you may be precluded from having that witness testify at trial. Ms. Haas, do you anticipate experts?
I don't think,
No, probably not.
no.
I'll put down right now 10/28 for any experts. If either party needs more time, let the court know. So all your witnesses are due 10/28. Again, you have 35 days before trial to supplement.
I tried the best to fix the audio coming up, but it might get a little bit unsleepy.
Pretrial conference, working backwards. When is Miss Jacqueline Ballard's pretrial conference? Ms. Haas, do you know the date for Jacqueline Ballard's trial that's set in early February?
My
Well, her
hero.
trial is set for February 4th through the 6th.
Are we set in January or December? Sure. Might be CR10. Possibly. I don't,
Yes, exactly. The pretrial conference is December 9th.
ooh, that's very early. It looks like I set Miss Jacqueline Ballard's pretrial conference December 9th, I think in part
And he's
because she
still
is also
rocking it, building
pro se, and I
houses.
wanted to keep active management of the case. Are you comfortable with that? For me setting Danielle there as well, Danielle Ballard?
I think that's fine, Judge.
All right, it's December 9th at what time? All right, Ms. Ballard, I'm going to set you over December 9th, 2024 at 11 a.m. for a pretrial conference. That's the same time as your mom. The reason I'm setting you folks several months before your trial is because you're both representing yourself, and I want to make sure that you are making progress and are ready to proceed. So we've got a 4-day jury trial set to commence February 18th. That'll be at 8:30 on the first day.
Judge, 4 days. She said she has lots of testimony, lots of evidence. She needs 2 weeks, and you're joining it with her mother, who probably has lots of testimony, lots of evidence. We need at least, how long was OJ's trial? That's what we need in time frame.
Motions deadlines are October 28th, November 18th, November 25th, and I have a pretrial conference set December 9th. That is also the plea cutoff date, Ms. Ballard. After December 9th, unless there is a plea to the highest charge, the court will not vacate the jury trial. Today is 9/30/24. All right, finally, Ms. Ballard, there is a pending motion in your case right now by the people to join your case for trial with your mother, meaning that the two of you would be trying the cases together. I see that Jacqueline is here. In your case, I'm going to set a deadline for you to respond to that. Do you understand what I mean when I
Oh,
say?
we already responded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you file something into the court
I sent it to the court and I sent it to Mr. Franklin.
today?
No,
Did you miss the part where I just said I did what? A 2-hour stream this morning, even though you say it wasn't 2 hours. Then I did 2 3-hour videos today. Did you miss that? Remember when I said that a few minutes ago? I'm in the middle of a Kelly trial. I got priorities. I'm getting there. I have some. Yes, I'm sassing you because I didn't put a short out today, so you yelled at me. And nobody yelled at you back, even though I asked them to. But not you, Bren.
All right, I don't see anything in your file. You said you filed it with the court. Did you fax it or email it or drop it off? How'd you do it?
I mailed it, certified mail.
I've read some of the response and it really wasn't on point, and it was more,
I'm going to get that short.
more constitutional ramblings. So I don't know if the court rejected it as such, because I know the court hasn't been placing every one of their filings into
You and
the
every other man.
register
At
action.
this point, unless it's been received by the clerks, I don't know anything about it. So Ms. Ballard, let me just ask you, since you're sitting here, do you understand what I mean when I say join your cases for trial?
No,
It means the two of you would be you'd be both sitting at that table, and the people would prove the case against both of you simultaneously. You'd have the same jury and you'd be participating in the same trial. They're entitled to ask for that under the rules of criminal
Finally.
procedure.
Thank
You
you.
have a right to object.
and when's the deadline for me to object that motion?
I'm going to set a deadline today. So today is the 30th. I'd like you to respond within 2 weeks of today. So on or before October 14th. When did you file that motion, counsel? Looks like it was filed 9/10. So the 14th is a little bit more time than you would normally have, but so you have 2 weeks from today to file a response. Jacqueline Ballard, you're not here today on your case, but you should be aware a similar motion was filed in your case. There is a time frame for you to respond to that, and that time is running. So if you haven't filed a response, you need to get something filed quickly. All right, Ms. Haas, anything further from Ms. Ballard today?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Ballard, do you have any questions for me?
No.
Your next court date in front of me is December 9th at 11 o'clock, unless I set a further proceeding. You do need to get a response into that motion. the court may grant it, and you may be trying the case at the same time as your mom's. If that happens,
I can't do that as a short yet, Fozzie, because I didn't show that yet. That's not on my channel yet. But I do know it's at hour 2, minute 8 in today's court case. So once, see my box down here? Once my box is in there and I show it, then I'll make a short about it.
I'll be moving your case up
I
from
learned.
that February 18th
I
date
learned from
up to the
Bill.
beginning of February when your mom's case is scheduled to go. But I'll see you both back here December 9th at 11 a.m. in the morning. Thank you, folks.
And I said, wow, it's wonky, it's crooked, but not all boxes are straight. And that's fine. So, all right. We're going to do one more and then we're going to get into the Creole and the Cajun. But that should be a great trial. That is going to be the trial of the century there. I can't wait till February. February is so far away. Lacey got my back though. I could just get Judge Stephen Schultz from now until the trials, just in case. Let's talk about not being able to go to jail because of kidney stones, shall we? Kidney stones are a great topic.
That is 1429 Palmer Avenue. Your Honor, his sister does live here in Pueblo at a separate address. She does help take care of him. He has lived here in Pueblo his entire life. He is currently suffering.
Okay. Who is with me? Whenever they say Pueblo, Colorado, who automatically thinks about those? Remember way back, 70s, 80s? I'm trying to remember it, but I can't. You could just write to Pueblo, Colorado, and the zip code was there. And I thought I would remember that zip code forever and get these little information booklets. Do you guys remember that? Pueblo, Colorado, blank, blank. Oh, somebody give me the zip code for Pueblo, Colorado. Every time I hear Pueblo, I want to write to them and get a free information booklet on something. Do you guys remember those?
For kidney stones, and he does need to get surgery. Your Honor, from speaking with Mr. Jerome, it sounds like the last time he was granted probation, he didn't show up because he did not realize his offer included probation. He said when he was released from jail, he asked the deputy, and according to the deputy, his sentence was over with time served. Otherwise, he would have reported. He does believe he will be successful on probation, and he does want a chance to prove to the court that he will be successful, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Jerome, is there anything you'd like to let me know before I impose the sentence?
When I got released last time, I asked if I had probation. And she told me that I didn't because I was curious. I asked her how long I had, and I'd heard that probation office was closed because of the COVID. And that's when I was informed that that her paperwork showed that I had that it was time served.
No.
What paperwork
I would have showed up.
What paperwork is that?
Whatever paperwork she had when I was released. I didn't sign no paperwork in that stating that I would show up for probation or anything.
Jay Fire, how are you feeling? Jay, yep, 81001, that's what it is. Jay Fire, are you okay?
Told me that my sentence was done. So I'm not sure.
All right, thank you, Mr. Jerome. Mr. Jerome, I'll tell you right now, I don't believe that. I have a signed plea agreement in the file that says stick to probation with your signature on it. You would have gone in front of Judge Lobato where he would have advised you that you were on probation. This was in 2020 for your third domestic violence conviction. You never showed up for probation in 4 years. I'm not placing you on probation again. You will be sentenced to 8 months in the public
Yeah, I need
jail.
to go in.
So what's the credit for time served?
Your Honor, he does have 24 days credit time.
You'll receive credit for 24 days of pre-sentence confinement. It is still an order of the court that you've complete certified domestic violence treatment.
I heart boobies.
You are to, you have until, let's see. I will give you till October 31st, 2026 to provide proof that you have completed a certified domestic violence treatment program. You will be on your own to get that done. You file proof that you have done that downstairs at the customer service window. If you do not file that, the prosecution, if they so choose, may file a contempt citation against you, which is punishable by up to 6 months in jail. It's also still an order of the court that you comply with any protection order that is in effect against you, and that you comply with any family support order, and that you not possess any firearms, destructive devices, dangerous weapons, or ammunition.
Oh gosh,
Any
J
outstanding
Fire, I'm
court
so
costs
sorry.
remain outstanding. Good luck to you, Mr. Jerome.
What about my surgery I need for my kidney stones? Is there any way I
That's
can
the
get that
sentence of
taken
the
care of?
court.
Or
You'd have to file a motion. I'll consider any motions that are filed. Okay,
thank you.
thank you.
Super
you,
scary,
Honor.
Judge.
Thank you. We'll be in recess.
Her docket was little today, so I couldn't get much more of her.
Thank you.
But she's super scary. She doesn't play around. I'm judging all of you. Okay, now we're going to go to, let's do, I'm going to do the shorter one first. Creole. There we go, guys. I hope
That's
the audio.
everybody, right? Oh, that's right, we have the Creole. So if we can, thank you for that.
What's the language, Judge?
Creole?
Okay, thank you.
Welcome to Language Line Solutions. Please enter your 6-digit current ID to hold for the next available interpreter. Thank you for Language Line Solutions. This is Denver, ID 349766. I'll be your additional current interpreter. How may I assist you today?
Yeah, I have you on speakerphone here in open court, and the person before me, first name is Ernst Lande, last name of David, and for your record, case number is 2024 CF 48622.
Okay, let me proceed.
Okay, now Ms. David, please raise your right hand.
Bonjour, je suis interprète pour la institution par mon connaissance capitale partenaire et service qualité. Madame David, s'il vous plaît, levez les doigts.
Okay, do you swear or affirm? Tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Est-ce que je affirme et vous dites vérité, toute vérité, seulement vérité? Yes. Oui. Oui. Yes.
Okay, state your full name.
Est-ce que tu as dit by mon complet? Ansel David. Ansel David.
Okay, you can put your hand down.
Okay, no.
Okay, I have you here in case 24 CF 48622.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you please state the case number again? I'm sorry.
24 CF 48622.
24 CF 48822.
No, 48622.
48622. Avec le numéro de CAC 24 CF 48 62.
You're charged with 1 count of aggravated battery domestic violence.
Je charge avec un compte de agressivité, de violence domestique et de batterie.
Right now, your bond is at none pending my decision here today.
For the purpose of LCC, the bond is at none, no bond, pending decision.
We all do.
Yes.
Alors, pour le moment, on va caution, nous parlons caution sur
Don't worry. This one, it's just here for the Creole. Somebody asked for Creole and it's nothing crazy. It's just Creole.
la décision.
Now, would you like to have an attorney appointed to represent you?
Est-ce que tu as aimé gagner, est-ce que tu as aimé gagner un avocat qui peut représenter? Oui. Yes.
Okay, how much money do you make? Are you working, and if so, how much money?
Combien que vous faites?
Moi, tu as habité New York, moi descends Florida, pas trop longtemps, moi pour commencer à travailler Florida, mais husband moi préparé pour n'importe bagaille à venir.
That was awesome.
So I used to so that was LTC, just as a clarification. Pour constater even Florida ou pour quoi travail, mais Marie parle pour n'importe qui bagaille.
Oui, moi New York, moi descends Florida à peine, moi pour commencer à travailler Florida, mais Marie me préparé pour n'importe ça à venir.
Okay, so I was in New York and now I came down to Florida. I'm not working yet because I just moved, but my husband is ready for anything. He can take care of charges.
Okay.
He's the victim.
Based upon that, I do find you qualify, and I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
Alors, si je me sous ça, on va trouver que vous qualifiez et me nommer de façon publique pour les capables de défendre.
First, I'm going to hear from the state as what they recommend for bond, then from your attorney.
I'm not 100% sure. I'm only a little sure. I'm trying to work, Jojo. What was I saying? Okay. I think the court reporter takes down the English. So when the translator translates it, that's what the court reporter takes down. But her voice, her accent, she's like great. The court reporter, I wish she sounded better, but Charlotte, are they speaking French a lot or is it just barely French?
And say you've seen the PTR sheet, correct? Yes. State your recommendation.
Bonjour.
From the husband.
That checks out. I hear some French and some Spanish words and some English words sort of all jumbled up in there.
He states that it was an unfortunate one-time incident.
J'ai déclaré que c'est un incident qui, malheureusement, c'est la première fois que ça arrive.
He states that he told the police that he did not want his wife arrested.
This is Creole.
He told the police he did not want to press charges against his wife. And he stated that his daughter was safe. The state is requesting a PTR with no unconsented contact.
I'm so sorry, please say that again.
The state is requesting a pre-trial release with the restrictions of no unconsented contact.
Alors, l'État a demandé que relâcher lui et sans que le pas sans consciemment pour dire qu'il a un contact.
State, how do I do pretrial release with the language issue here?
Comment peut-on faire jugement, comment peut-on relâcher le jugement avec problème langage là?
I would be just as happy to release or order, frankly. Okay. And you're asking no contact or no unconsented? No unconsented contact. Okay. Defense?
Alors, on dit sans contact ou bien contact sans accord?
No objection whatsoever.
Pas d'objection du tout.
So, Ms. David, I am going to
Sarah,
release
are
you.
you
Let's
in
call on your
France?
own recognizance.
Alors, maintenant, Madame David, mais sous code PAO.
What that means is you don't have to post any money for a bond, but you're agreeing to show up on your next court date.
Alors, puis, on va déjà poster l'argent pour caution, mais faut venir pour prochain date tribunal.
Hold that thought.
Do you agree?
Est-ce d'accord? Oui. Yes, oui.
Okay. Your next court date's October 29th at 8 a.m. in front of Judge Atkin in Vieira.
I'm so sorry, please say that again.
Okay. Next court date is October 29th at 8 a.m. in front of Judge Atkin. That's in Vieira, Viera, Vieira, Florida. She'll know where that is.
La prochaine date, vous prenez ma vie, c'est Judge Atkins qui a fait.
Wait. Just kidding. I know it's weak.
So you have to show up that date and time, understand?
Et faut venir ça, est-ce correct? Oui.
And Judge, I'm giving her, it's in English, but the phone number to the public defender's office so that she can reach out to her attorney before court, and they will have a Creole interpreter to help her as well.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, sir. You were kind of low. I heard you said Creole interpreter would be there to help her, but I didn't catch what you said in the beginning.
Sure. So I'm giving her a contact form. It's in English, but it has the number to the public defender's office so that she can call her attorney before court, and they will have a Creole interpreter for her.
Mwen pral ba ou yon fom de kontak li an anglè, se li gen nou avokat ki wal defon nou an, li pral kontakte li, parce ke jouman li pral gen yon interpret ki wal isye pou.
Now, as condition of your bond, I'm going to order you to have no.
I'm just showing it again because it's freaking awesome. Isn't that awesome? Sorry.
Unconsented
Sorry.
contact with the victim.
Alors, mwen pral pa son kod, ou pa gen wale kontak avek viktim nan si li pa d'akor.
So right now, the victim wants contact.
Pou le mouman viktim nan si li ta reme kontak avek.
Something happened and he changes his mind, you have to vacate. Do you understand?
Si li chanje l'ide, il pa vege kontak avek, wap oblige kite kote an. Est-ce kompran? Oui.
Understand?
Yes, oui.
Okay. Okay. Good luck. You'll get your paperwork.
Thank you. D'accord, bonne chance. Il va ba ou papier.
Yep. You'll get released tonight. Just make sure you stay in touch with your attorney.
Alors, ou qu'elle a été en contact, avec le papier avocat, été en contact avec avocat. Oui.
Avocado.
Thank you, Madam Interpreter.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your service. Have a good day.
I know I'm wrong. I already know I'm wrong. So comments, that's fine. But every time I see the French word "oui" written, not said QUI or OU, whatever, I think of Moby Dick is, I know it's not Kwee, but wasn't there the, the guy in Moby Dick? What was his name? Doesn't matter. To me, it's Kwee. And every time I see it, I think of Moby Dick. It's been a while since I've read that, so I can't remember his name. But no, I'm sure that's not it. No, Moby Dick. So that was Creole. Now, just in case, whoever asked for Creole actually meant Cajun, because they could have. I mean, it's not the best. It's fine. I got a Cajun clip as well to cover all grounds to make sure you guys are all happy, even though nobody is ever happy. Oh, wait. Before we do this, I think I'm going to need you to turn your volumes down for a second, because you're all talking about the sound in this video. This is what it started like, and if you didn't turn your volume down, I told you to. Wait, I'm looking. Oh, I'm in the wrong file. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Yeah, I told you to turn your volume down. There it is. Thank you. Thank you, Tina came in with a win. Yes, CJ. Oh, I did it again. CJ, I don't know why I do that to you. CJ came in with a win. No, Fozzie. No. So that's what I started with. That's the sound that I started with. And I made it better. Okay, it's not great, but it's better. It's the same with this next courtroom. The sound is bad, and I tried to make it better. Cajun, here we go. He's not as Cajun as that cook, guys.
What am I supposed to be doing with Mr. Wiggum, Miss Avery? No, you cannot. Just give her a stab at it.
I'm pretty sure she's the prosecutor. Okay. The public defender is like a really older man. I think it might be him down in this corner.
Ma'am?
You would like to opt in the unexplained list.
You recommend that him having been in one on one? Was that the guy that walked out of court the other day? No? Does anybody know if the note on the computer? So why don't we adjudicate it before he just didn't show up on March the 3rd? That's the first time we see him. Got 121 paperwork that was completed on 1/25/2023. And it appears that he did not make the payment on that one. He didn't do the DDS and
It's coming. It's a slow burn. It's starting.
so on one of them he's here for a purely a failure to appear. You know,
And again, I know I told you guys this before, but people in his courtroom understand him. I do not understand him, but he'll be talking and I'm trying to figure out what he's saying. And then all of a sudden everybody will start laughing. And I'm like, what did he say? But he is like, he's a little comedian. He's a tiny little thin judge, with his great big smile. He has the best smile. And he's always cracking jokes. I don't understand him, but he's always cracking jokes.
other one. It's the same case. And he's been charged equivalent to $200 to procure. Mhm.
That is to send Linus to America, guys. Bring her here.
But you just telling me they're not new charges. He just.
Just on days that end in Y.
But the, wait a minute, why didn't you bring the insurance claim letter?
Why I didn't, you said why I didn't bring it?
Yes, sir.
I couldn't find it.
Couldn't find it? You got to request it.
You said I got requested.
You got to request it from the insurance company. You gonna find it where?
Oh, that was my mama insurance company that the car was on, cause the car already been on her insurance.
I'm sure we went through that in February. We have folks in court required to explain to you what they need. And the insurance claim letter ain't something that's laying on the table in the closet in the car. You got to request it.
Yes, sir.
And from February to now, you never understood that.
Yes, sir.
What about completing defensive driving school? Did you understand that?
I did that one.
You have proof of it?
No, sir, but that's how I got my license recently.
You got your license suspended because if you don't complete them, you're required to come back to court based on the document you signed. The document you signed said you would present an insurance claim letter by a certain date. If you don't, you must appear in court. If you don't appear in court, you would send a notice to suspend your license.
That was last year?
That was in 2023, yes.
They had suspended them. Cause I was in Centerville and I was coming from Centerville. I ain't gonna suspend. I got pulled over and I had got locked up. And then they had I'm on probation in Centerville for that. But I had come here. When I come back down here, I had got everything situated.
With whom?
Sir.
Who did you get it situated with?
Able to the point where I could get my license. He suspended them from
Where did you go to get it situated?
On the DMV and downtown.
Downtown where?
It was a lady. She told me, she said, she just like, I'm gonna let you get your license and just go to night court and see if I ain't gotta pay the $200. But if you still make me pay $200, then I'll just pay the $200.
The 200.
You understand the judge?
Back sometime. But it didn't do the defensive driving school, it didn't do the insurance claim letter. That's what I'm saying. Okay. And you're saying you're not guilty of failure to appear in court.
Jojo, you're gonna have to be our new Luis.
I picked that, but I don't really remember car had got in a bad rate, and I be forgetting stuff like it come and go.
Okay. We're gonna try this again. I know you're the first case. We're gonna give it back to those lawyers. Their job to go through the file, the computer, whatever they need to do, and explain to you why you're here. And your explanation that you may have may be valid. But they should be standing beside you telling me whoever it is to be told. I'm sitting here simply based upon the law to accept pleas and sentence folks appropriately. Not to be a public defender or a solicitor.
Ain't no way you understood that. Nope.
Roger, if the lawyers need for you to explain something to them, please accommodate me and do it, okay? The primary reason you have it back is he entered not guilty to failure to appear. When that happens, I have procedures in place on how that's handled. Don't I? Okay. Rest of it y'all can figure it out, but that's why I sent it back. Okay, what you may call an case.
City of Albany versus Ariel Noble.
So here's what happened. This is when my eyes shut. I only wanted him, but I fell asleep. just for a minute. And I recorded a little bit extra. I think there's 2 more people that are about to come up before I woke up, like 8 minutes later. I woke up in 8 minutes and I stopped the recording. So we're going to play it because I don't know if it's good or bad. But she has great hair. There's the public defender right there. I bet he cracks a joke with her. We'll see.
Hand that back to Miss Noble then.
Dude needs to relax.
Have us
Leave
a
her
quick topic.
alone. He's assaulting her with his eyes. He
Miss
finally
Noble, you are
looked away.
20 and you have 14 to 17 years of education.
14.
You work anywhere?
I work at Belk.
Why did you miss your court date?
I didn't have my paper, and when I called, my court date was the day before. She told me to reschedule.
How you plan to handle that next time? When you get a ticket? Keep up with your court date. How you plan to do that?
I can put it in my calendar.
Hmm?
I can put it in the calendar, sir.
I will put it on my calendar.
I will put it in my
There you
calendar.
And the court steps in on 21 program, you'll be required to submit a proof of completing the country driving school and pay an administrative fee of $200. Do not do that by October 21st. You must appear in court on October 25th, okay?
Yes, sir.
You've already signed the document, you'll get a copy of it, so put that date in your calendar.
Yes.
I need to make you do that while you're standing in front of me?
No, sir.
All right. Good luck, Steve.
Thank you.
Ma'am, you have a seat right in this chair. Okay.
Yeah.
Call the next case.
Denying it.
All right, if she's in brown, yes. Okay. So there I woke up to her. I think I got her whole case, but I'm not sure. Oh, this man's going to start coming to court every day. He's going to come every single day now.
Miss Nick, how old are you?
19.
How much education do you have?
I'm sorry, what was
How much
that?
education do you have?
I went to school for 12 years.
Where do you work?
From home. I work from home. I work for Amazon.
Why did you miss your court date?
I was in the hospital. I was having my baby.
Hmm?
I was in the hospital having my baby.
Bank transition?
She just had a baby. Do you see what she looks like? She just had a baby. I hate 19-year-olds. I hate them all. The phone fell. Is it cracked?
When did you have your baby? When did you have your baby?
In September.
Okay, so
September
she
what?
didn't just have a baby.
September
Okay.
10th.
You remember your baby's birthday?
Yeah. He just had a birthday. He just
Your court date was in October, so did you notify the court that you had had a baby and you would be in court in October?
Yes, I called.
The way you told me,
I called up
I
there.
thought you were in the hospital on your court.
I was in the hospital. I promise I was in the hospital.
When? When you got out of the hospital?
I got out in October. My baby had to be in ICU.
When you're growing up and you're learning to talk to folks.
I'm
when they
nervous.
when
I'm
they ask-
sorry.
I want you to calm down, but folks need specific dates. I got in October, 31 days in October. I had my baby in September, it's 30 days in September. So do you recall close to when you got out of the hospital? Okay. We have any documentation in there on your page up here? One thing we try to do, Mr. Nick, is help folks grow up. So she failed to appear in court. She had a baby sometime in September. She got a September baby. She don't know when she got out of the hospital. She had some complications, whether the natural birth or what?
I had them natural, but I did have complications.
You had.
Mm-hmm.
The baby did not have complications.
He was in the ICU. Something was wrong with him.
I'm just trying to determine, were you there because you were there with the baby, or were you having problems too?
I was there with my baby.
Okay. That doesn't make a difference when you're talking to folks. But I won't picture you laying up in the bed over here and the baby down the hall laying up in the crib. It's important that we know that kind of stuff. You're supposed to be in court. If you want to be with your baby, you're not required to be. Just notify us and we accommodate you. You just can't not come to court, all right? Who is order? Put in the car the post to Who is that?
He ain't here.
I didn't ask you if he was here.
He at home, I guess.
Who is he? Not where is he? Who is it to
That's
you?
my friend.
Your friend, not your baby daddy?
Mm-mm.
How old is that? You say all of it? Including the fear up here? Where's Miss Daniels tonight? She's not here? You where? Well, doctor, you come see some lady for me. Or you can reschedule to come back and talk to Miss Daniels. You think you can get that?
Yo, you all are mean. You all are mean to her. Leave her alone. She's just a child. Oh my gosh. Lori. See? She's just a child.
Prosecutor, 2 seconds.
And then I woke up. Feel bad for playing that now because you all attacked her. Baby's gonna be born addicted. What? Yo, calm down. Calm down, people. We're supposed to have fun here. Okay, now it's time for Judge Fleischer. So you guys are still going. I hope I never. Oh no, I am going in front of you guys. Don't be mean to me. I'm not going to Texas if you guys are going to be mean. She was embarrassed. She's in court. Okay, her dress choice probably wasn't the best, but it's not like she came to court in t-shirt and shorts. All right, we got the polka dot tie. Hey, there's my wifey thinking like I do. No, I'm not, because you know what I did, Darkest? I know this is going to be crazy to a lot of people. You know what I did? I decided to find a husband, get married, and then have kids. I know, is that crazy? That's crazy. I know. Eileen, she can't even drink yet, and she's not a child. She's a child. 19-year-olds, their brain isn't even developed yet. She's a child. Remember when you were 19? I don't even remember if anything crazy happened today.
Her to stay and speak with her mother.
Right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Sorry,
You have the right to have an attorney
Yesterday.
present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir.
On September 22nd, 2024, law enforcement officers were dispatched to a disturbance at 5313 South Lee Street in Harris County, Texas. Law enforcement officers made contact with the defendant. The defendant stated that the complainant, the defendant's stepdaughter, had come to pick up her stuff and the two had a verbal argument. The defendant started to push the complainant out of the house.
No, Fozzie, you're wrong. I'm positive it's 2 hours and 8 minutes. Look, look, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to 2 hours and 8 minutes. Eight minutes and 15 seconds. Here we go. I should press play. That would be help you.
Come in.
Mr. Lewis, case number 86-75309.
And that's not a case number. What are you talking about?
309.
What's wrong with you? I can't believe you even pulled. What's and you sit here, man. All cases start with a 2.
The judge laughs.
My Lord, come on, Kenneth.
You got me.
We sure did. I can't believe he fell for it.
And he repeated it twice.
How'd you keep a straight face?
Oh, that's a song. That's a song. Oh, all right, all right.
That's a
That's
song.
You got me.
Okay.
Y'all, you told him come back.
All right, back
with
to
lawyer. You still looking for a job, y'all?
Sorry, guys. I had to prove Fozzie wrong because it's important. It's important.
Vic, what page you say? 4.
Sorry,
Okay.
Fozzie.
Good morning, Mr. Burton. Mr. Burton, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent.
It's been a while.
Anything you say can and will be
How
used
are
against you.
you?
You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir.
On September 22nd, 2024, law enforcement officers were dispatched to a disturbance at 5313 South Lee Street in Harris County, Texas. Law enforcement officers made contact with the defendant. The defendant stated that the complainant, the defendant's stepdaughter, had come to pick up her stuff and the two had a verbal argument. The defendant started to push the complainant out of the house. The complainant stated that she had lived with the defendant for the past 3 months, developed issues with her mother, and went to the defendant's residence to retrieve her belongings. The complainant stated that the defendant had been telling her to stay and speak with her mother. The complainant declined and the defendant became angry. Complainant stated that the defendant pushed her and a witness using his right hand out of the residence, causing the complainant to fall down and land on a lawnmower outside of the front door. The complainant felt pain but had no visible injuries. The defendant was identified with his Texas driver's license.
Here's a prior murder case from 1988. What happened with that? It's too old, so I don't have anything on. All I know is that he has 2 prior assaults. Actually, one was a 2nd degree reduced.
I agree, Lori.
Are you on parole, sir? For the murder case? You've now picked up an assault of a family member. This is not going to bode well for your parole, Mr. Burton. I would suspect at any moment now, a blue warrant will be issued and then you're gonna be taken in. You better, you know. I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case, sir. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using any kind of illegal substances and consuming any kind of alcohol, I will put you in jail and I'm gonna make your bond extremely high. Do you understand? I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond also not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case, not to be in possession of weapons or go within 200 feet of 5315 South Lee Street in Houston, Texas. Do you understand?
Say that again, please. The last part.
You are not allowed to go within 200 feet of 5315 South Lee Street in Houston, Texas. A protective order has been issued in this case. I would suggest you get to know it because if you violate the protective order, the state will file additional charges against you and it's just going to go south really quick. Do you understand? What do you do for a living, sir?
I'm not employed right now because of no.
So how do you get money? How do you eat? When's the last time you had a full-time job?
Yeah, I had to quit.
What were you doing?
I was a maintenance at a couple.
So why can't you work now? Prostate what? Is it prostate cancer or what?
Cancer.
Can you reach out to the Mac for Mr. Burton? Mr. Burton, I'm gonna have you sign a reset with Victoria. After that, you're gonna meet with Rachel for your bond conditions. I'm absolutely serious. When I'm talking about these bond conditions, follow them. Otherwise, I will put you in jail. And if you're in jail, chances are you're not gonna get any treatment. Do you understand?
Understand that, sir.
Okay, sir. After that, I'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we find you a lawyer. What was the sentence on the murder case?
Gonzalez, 75 years. Let me double check.
He's obviously still on parole.
Page 13. Go ahead and sign your reception.
You said page 13, right? You Hugo Gonzalez.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gonzalez, you're charged with assault of a family member.
Page 13 is Michael's favorite saying that Victoria says. Page 13.
You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you're not afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On September 22nd, 2024, in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched to 3506 Wardmont Street in reference to an assault family call. Upon arrival, the officer made contact with the complaining witness who stated that the defendant, who is the complaining witness's son, used his hands to assault him. The complaining witness stated that in the early hours of noon, he was involved in
I was so excited to see Treasure X that I almost hit the little button on the side of my mouse. I thought I did. Hi, Treasure X. Hello.
an argument with the defendant. The complainant stated that the defendant brought home a washer so everyone could use it, but the complainant was unfamiliar with the washer and told the defendant that he was going to remove it and put back the old washer that was previously there. The complainant stated that the defendant got upset because of the washer being replaced and with both of his hands grabbed around his waist, grabbed the complainant around his waist, picked him up off his feet and threw him toward the floor. The complaining witness stated that he hit the floor and landed on his back and that the defendant was on top of him, wrestling him. He
Say
received
that again, on top of him doing.
on top of the complaining witness, wrestling him.
That's it. Okay.
He received several scratches on his back while fighting to get him off. The defendant released him after a few seconds and they continued to argue. Complainant stated that he felt pain and discomfort. The complainant's younger son and he tried moving the washer again. Defendant then walked by and struck him with a closed fist using his right hand, striking him to the left side of his cheek. Complainant again felt pain and discomfort in his cheek and inside of his mouth. His tooth was cracked from the punch he received. The witness stated that the defendant threatened the complainant by stating, "I will kill you and kill myself."
Same complaining witness, right?
Yes.
The initial wrestling.
Yes. I'm sorry, are you asking the witness or who heard him say?
So he punches someone in the face. This is the same person that was initial, right? Okay. All right, Mr. Gonzalez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case. Do you understand? I'm also, let's see, a protective order has been issued so that Sylvester Gonzalez Munoz is a protected individual. I suggest you get to know the protective order because if you violate it, the state will file additional charges against you, and then I can have a hearing to hold you at no bond when you violate conditions of that. So be very, very careful. Otherwise, you could be spending a lot of time with me. Do you understand?
May I say something?
No, now's not the time for you to do it. We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer, and you can tell what you want to tell to the lawyer, and they can go to bat for you. But now I have a bunch of DAs here. Anything you say, they're going to use against you. It's just not the right time. But as it stands, you're not allowed to go within 200 feet of 3506 Wardmont Street for the foreseeable future. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you have contact with this person, if you have possession of a weapon, if you go near this house, I will put you in jail, revoke your bond, and make it sky high. No more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will have you sign a receipt with Victoria. After that, I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box. When we get your bond condition, we'll have you sign it, and then you'll be free to go. Can you file no contact in their weapons, please?
Green, Beyonce. Right, Judge, page 13 and 14.
Sounded like she said Beyonce. I suggest you watch the first clip because it's really good. It's a crystal ball of what's going to happen in February.
Deontay Green. Mr. Green, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with possession of a dangerous drug and unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine on each of those cases, and we're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
October 22nd, 2024, officers initiated a traffic stop in Harris County, Texas. After the officers observed the defendant failed to signal at a turn, the officer observed the defendant reached under the passenger seat as he pulled over. Officer asked the defendant if he had any guns or drugs in the vehicle, and the defendant admitted to.
Do you know why Treasure X says that? Because way back in the beginning when my audio was crappy and my clips were iffy, there was Treasure X right there beside me. Yep. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember those days. I took a whole bunch of those down because YouTube made me.
Having a handgun under the passenger seat. The officer asked the defendant to step out of the car, and when the defendant opened the car, the officer observed in plain view in the driver's side door an orange bottle with white brown pills inside. Defendant stated that the pills belonged to his friend's aunt. The label read Tramadol and was prescribed to Vanessa Penaloza. It weighed 9.14 grams. The officer observed a handgun under the front passenger seat.
With vodka.
Mr. Green, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license, sir?
Yes, sir.
Can you run his license, please? Do you have valid liability insurance in your name?
Thank you.
Through my
Gary,
diligence.
thank you.
No. Do you have insurance that has your name on it?
Through my diligence.
Show me, and then I'll allow you to drive. But I want to know that you're actually insured to drive whatever car you're driving. If I find that you don't have car insurance, then you're not allowed to drive, and I'm making that a condition of your bond. Do you understand?
Yes.
I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication, and not to be in possession of weapons. All of these are your bond conditions. If you violate these conditions, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail, and make them $5,000 to $10,000 on each of them. So if you don't have anyone to pony up $10,000 to $20,000, you'll be stuck like Chuck in custody until
Maybe
these
I am.
cases are over.
Oui,
Do
oui.
you understand?
I'm French.
Don't pick up a new case. Don't violate these conditions. That's all I'm asking you to do. How old are you, sir?
His driver's license is eligible.
Great. How old are you, sir? How old are you?
24.
What do you do for a living?
I work at a warehouse.
Vodka, vodka, vodka.
Is it full time?
Yes, sir.
How much money do you make a month?
I really, I'll say.
I think vodka is the longest lasting liquor bottle I have in my house right now because it's s'mores vodka, which I want to like. I do. I like s'mores, but I'm not really good with s'mores drinks. I don't know why. I never liked any of them. The s'mores coffees, the s'mores alcoholic drinks. But I bought this s'mores vodka. Then I try, and every once in a while I try, I think, this is the day I'm gonna like this. But I don't. So it's just still here. Now it's on my to-do list. I'm gonna have to drink this bottle, get it out of the house.
And who do you live with?
You said, where do I live?
Who do you live with?
It's just me, by myself.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Probably not. I live kind of check. So I have my
There's no room with my Jägermeister in there. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try this. I'm going to throw in some butterscotch schnapps in with that s'mores vodka. Listen, I know it sounds weird, but I'm really good at mixing drinks. I think this one's gonna be good. I started
Okay, what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you,
at 3:30, 4:30, actually I started streaming at 2:30 back then. And then I didn't have my stuff ready in time, so it got bumped up to 3:30. Then I didn't have my stuff ready in time, so it got bumped up to 4:30. But I actually did it in the middle of the night because I didn't want to step on any other YouTubers' toes, and I didn't really want anybody to watch my lives.
come up here, swear to me that you're not gonna drive without liability insurance in your name. And then I'm gonna have you fill out an application for an appointed lawyer. I need to look at all your information to see whether you qualify for an appointed lawyer. If you do, I'll appoint your lawyer today. But before you leave, I want to see any document that has your name on it with insurance if you want to drive. Otherwise, no driving. Do you understand?
You don't know
Okay,
I'm a
Debbie,
woman.
you mind giving an application, please? They're right there. And then now I'm gonna have you sign a reset. I'll have you swear to this, and then we'll have you sit in the jury box filling out the application.
Carol, Estrella, page 15.
Yeah, no drugs, no alcohol, no driving, and then no weapons.
Out of all
But I'm
that,
gonna have his
no
defense
driving
lawyer
would
look
be
him
the
up to see
hardest
if he
for
has
me.
any.
Okay. What's the hardest of those conditions for you guys? No drugs, no alcohol, no driving, and no weapons. Although my weapons are attached, Anyway, driving would be the worst for me. Driving, I understand I can Uber. I don't want to Uber. I don't want a stranger driving me around, so I have to make small talk. Anyway. Yep.
Okay.
Page 15, top of page 15.
Yes. If I just go over there for the reset. Go ahead and sign for the reset.
Are you Miss Huerto? Huertero. Stephen here?
Yes.
Deputy, is it Anderson? I might need your help here, sir. Miss Huertero, your case is 1,300.
I'm gonna pretend I'm a foreigner right now. Wow, her case is 1,000 anyway. Everybody in Texas owns a gun. So, I always used to believe you, but now you go too far, Kelly, and I think you're lying. I think, what, in kindergarten, they pass out pencils, rulers, papers, guns.
300 days old. We have given you bond after bond after bond, and now you get a third PR bond? I don't think so. I'm now revoking that PR bond. She goes with you.
Yikes.
Please.
It's not
Can you
good when
point
the
Ms.
judge
Huertero a
calls
lawyer, please?
the bailiff up before the case even starts. Then you know you're in trouble. CJ, it really has gone down. I'm gonna look again.
Williams,
I'm gonna look again, but it hurts my feelings.
Do you have an arraignment? Let me just finish the arraignments and I'll hit you up. Williams?
Page 32.
Is it Aretha Williams? Miss Williams, you're charged with assault of a family member. Shh. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am. Okay.
On September 14, 2024, law enforcement officers were dispatched to a family disturbance. The complaining witness stated that the defendant attempted to make an entry into the home by kicking and punching the door. The complaining witness stated that the defendant reached over and struck her with an open hand to the right side of her face, causing her to bleed from her nose and causing pain. The complaining witness and the defendant are married.
Okay. Do we know whether she wants to continue to have contact or not?
I believe that she would like to continue having contact with the defendant.
Well, I want to know 100%. Otherwise, I'm going to order no
No,
contact.
she does, Your Honor. She's, has stated that she believes that the whole incident was a big misunderstanding and she would like to continue having contact.
Ms. Williams, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using any kind of.
Okay, let's try to keep this into context. I don't remember what it was before, but we have 608 Australian viewers right now. New Zealand, you want to know New Zealand? I can do that. New Zealand is 56 viewers. It's the Netherlands whooped you with 66. Germany has 100. Australia has 605. Sorry. United Kingdom 1,186. Canada's rolling always second. And I don't know. Nobody from Canada ever like comes in here and says, "Hey, I'm from Canada." But can you? Can you do that, guys? Can you come into chat? Because you guys are second with 1,445 people. Show up. Talk. We got the Philippines. We got Russia, South Africa. South Africa, 44. Thank you, Vicky. That's all Vicky. You know that. Italy. Trinidad and Tobago, Brazil. Denmark is 16 people. Turkey, Mexico, Malaysia. Thank you, Dark. That's 11. Ireland, 10 people. Luxembourg. Saudi Arabia. And then I don't know why it says 0 if France, Hungary, Israel, Jamaica, Japan, South Korea, Serbia, and Vietnam are all 0, but I know that there's some. Oh, these are views. So what that means is, um, those are views within the last 28 days. That's what it is, not viewers. Okay. So that's where we are internationally. No, no.
Of alcohol or dope, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? I'm also ordering you not to have any threatening or harassing contact with the complaining witness in this case and not to be in possession of weapons. What is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think. It's how they perceive your conduct. Do you understand? So if I blow up and go like this, is that threatening or harassing? It most certainly is. And it's enough to violate your PR bond and put you in jail. And I will do it in a heartbeat to protect every person in this county. Do you understand? I see that you have a lawyer. So are you here?
I'm with Mr. Ray's office. He's at.
It's okay. Come on up.
He's at the family court. He's waiting.
No, I mean, we're good. As long as you're here, we can go ahead and reset the case.
Please.
I've already notified her what she can and can't do. No alcohol, no drugs.
Yes.
I will allow contact, but there's a protective order in place. If you threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior, you possess a weapon or do anything to violate this protective order, they're going to file additional charges against you. And then it's going to go real south very quick. And it's going to cost you a deep ton of money. Do you understand? Okay. I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. After that, you're going to get with Rachel for your bond
Go
questions. After that, you're free to go.
California.
I will waive your appearance, but you have to stay in touch with counsel. If they tell me you play games, that you're not responding to phone calls or text messages, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
Hold on, I gotta put it back up. So I try not to talk. I mean, okay. In general, I say things that are that happen in my life, but I don't really complain about people I know much anymore. And this scares me because there was a stream about a month ago where I was complaining about something at work. And I mean, my coworkers never, ever, ever watch my channel. And I don't often, complain about my coworkers. You guys don't know nothing about the chef. I'm a server. So I obviously have complaints about the chef. That's just life. He has complaints about me too. But I don't say them in here. Um, but I did that night. That stream, I said something about a coworker. I didn't name a name or anything. I just said, oh, I was working and she she didn't come over to any of the other tables. She just stayed in her section. Unbelievably, that coworker and her mother watched my stream. Nobody ever watches my stream. And she watched my stream and I heard her feelings and I still can't believe that that happened. So this scares me right here when there was 700 views from Pennsylvania in the last 28 days. I wonder how many of those people know me personally. Yeah, and her mother. Yeah, I trashed her right in front of her mother. Yeah, it was. I, you have no idea how horrible I feel. I feel so bad. And since then, like I don't even if something bad happens at work, if something funny happens, I say it. But if something bad happens at work, I don't even never say it in here anymore because uh yeah, I feel sick because she was so excited to show her mom, because I'm nice. I'm a very nice person at work. I am very, very, very nice. And she's like, "Oh, mom, she's so funny. She's so nice. Watch." Yeah, yeah, I didn't lie. What happened? She actually did exactly what I said she did. I didn't exaggerate. But and you know what? She was young, so hopefully this will help her in the future, her other jobs, learn to do more. But yeah, I feel so. I wonder if anybody from Pennsylvania actually knows me. I doubt it. I really doubt. I tell them about my stream, but no, they don't. My family doesn't. My kids would never watch my stream. Listen, If one of my kids are watching my stream right now, say something in chat and I'll buy you a car. I'll buy you a car right now. It's 6:01. You have until 6:03. If you don't say anything in chat, I'm not buying you a car. Okay, back to work.
You understand? Okay. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for coming.
All right, Judge, our first Spanish speaker, page 5, Cesar Julio.
What is his last name?
Caesar?
Caesar? That's the last name?
5.
Thanks. Julio Caesar. Mr. Caesar, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On September 22nd, 2024, officers were dispatched to a disturbance at 7825 Corporate Drive.
Amy, I am also published 15 books. I didn't write the books. I'm just published in them. And nobody in my family knows. They couldn't name one.
In Harris County, Texas. The officers were flagged down by the complaining witness and a witness at the front of the property. The complaining witness and the witness pointed down the street and stated that the defendant was walking away. The officer discovered defendant standing behind a parked vehicle matching the description provided. Defendant confirmed his name and had blood on his arms and clothing.
6:03.
The witness,
No
the
cars for
defendant's
them.
nephew, stated that the defendant was sitting on his bed playing with his phone when he heard officers in the area for an unrelated call. Defendant got freaked out by the lights and sirens, believing that his family had called officers on him. The defendant confronted the witness in an aggressive manner, and the witness believed that the defendant was about to fight him. Witness called the complaining witness, who is defendant's brother-in-law, for help to calm down the defendant.
All coding.
Complaining witness attempted to talk down the defendant, but the defendant punched the complaining witness in the back with a closed fist, causing pain. Complainant ran out of the apartment and called 911. Defendant followed the complaining witness and kicked him down a flight of stairs from the second floor. Complaining witness ran back upstairs to de-escalate the situation, but the defendant pushed the complaining witness into a neighbor's window, causing pain. Complainant and witness restrained the defendant on the ground.
I can't help you publish. I don't even know the first thing. They published my code.
But he was able to break away and flee the scene.
Mr. Caesar, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Tell me, are you a United States citizen?
I bet she can.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Without permission.
What happens if you go to jail, Mr. Caesar?
Dígame, ¿cuál es la pregunta? What's the question?
What happens if you go to jail?
¿Qué pasa
If you're not in this country with permission?
con permiso? pues. No estoy con permiso, pues.
Oh, well, I'm with permission.
Are you in this country with or without permission, Mr. Caesar?
En el país con o sin permiso, señor.
Pues, ¿qué le podría decir?
Well, what could I say?
Habrá manera.
¿Cómo?
Habrá manera ¿cómo le digo? De arreglar.
Is there a way to?
I think it means she rides
Let me
a
impart
bicycle a
something
lot.
to you, Mr. Caesar, that you, if
Yeah.
you were in this country undocumented and you go to jail,
Te va a la cárcel.
immigration will put a detainer on you. You will be in custody until first this case is over with, and then you'll be shipped off to immigration where you will sit for another 6 to 9 months waiting for immigration to do whatever they're going to do. If you want to be in this country without permission, you have to be on your best behavior, because I'm going to tell you now, we here don't want people who are going to act like Tasmanian devils. And if you do, we have proper places for you. Do you understand?
That is awesome.
I'm now ordering you as a condition of your bond, not to have any contact with the
Same.
complaining witness, not to use any alcohol or any kind of dope, no possession of weapons. And if you violate these conditions, I'm going to put you in jail, make your bond 10, 15, maybe $20,000. You're not going to be getting out anytime fast. And that will be enough time for immigration to put their claws all over you. And then you'll be stuck like Chuck in custody for the next year. So behave yourself, otherwise you'll be stuck with me. Do you understand?
Kelly, you are awesome. You are awesome.
Protective order has been issued in this case. I would suggest you get to know it, because if you violate the protective order, the state will file additional charges against you, violation of a protective order.
Just for
And
being
then
you.
it gets a lot more difficult. We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. First, I will have you come up here, swear to us that, or I'm going to get you to Victoria to sign a reset. After that, I'm going to get you to Rachel,
There
where
are
you will
two
sign for your bond
translators
conditions, and
in
after that, you'll be free to
Judge's
go.
courtroom. Both are
You
named
were
Luis.
walking on very thin
Luis was
ice,
in
Mr. Caesar.
Bill's chat.
Before you lose control again, consider what's going to happen to you if you do lose control. Because it's not going to go well here.
Cruz Alvarado,
They are both awesome.
page 7. Go ahead and sign treatment.
How many more do we have Spanish speakers?
After this one,
Let's
one more.
Be
bring
right
them
back.
up. Let's do it together,
Good.
please.
The other one was
Oh, okay. All right. What is this one? Who's it?
Alvarado.
Alvarado.
Cruz Alvarado, page 7. Luis.
Señor,
Can you lead them to the jury box?
señor, siéntese ya.
It's not an arraignment, Cruz Alvarado, is it?
Cruz
Siéntese.
Alvarado, page
Yeah.
7. It's
It's-
an arraignment.
20 days old. It shows.
Yes, you allowed us reset. Reset here.
Oh, this is, okay, so he got out. Remember, he got, okay. Good morning, Mr. Cruz Alvarado. You are charged now with deadly conduct. You are facing a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On September 10, 2024, an officer conducted surveillance of a group of car owners known to conduct hostile street takeovers at 8120 Long Point Road in Harris County, Texas. The law enforcement officer observed the defendant's car enter the area of a parking lot where other vehicles had been doing donuts. Defendant's car began to spin its rear tires, creating a loud screeching noise, and began doing donuts.
He just had a prior one of these not 2 months ago, now picked up another one.
Yes, Judge. It also says the defendant lost control of the rear end of the vehicle within 10 to 15 feet of other vehicles, and approximately 70 pedestrians making up the pit. The defendant's vehicle got within 1 car length of the law enforcement officer, who feared serious bodily injury. The officer observed the defendant's vehicle complete approximately 3 to 4 donuts. A traffic stop was initiated. The officer made contact with the defendant and confirmed that he was the driver and the sole occupant. And the defendant was also identified through AFIS.
Cruz Alvarado, do you have a Texas driver license?
No.
2 things. First, I'm going to have you sign this affidavit. This is a promise to me that you're not going to drive. Mr. Cruz Alvarado, I swear on everything that's holy in this world, if I find that you get into a car and drive, I will have a contempt of court hearing. You will be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand? Do you not understand that immigration, if you go to jail, will put a detainer on you? You have a prior reckless driving 2 months ago in here, and I told you this 2 months ago.
Le dije esto hace 2 meses.
In your last case here that you picked up in March, I had you sign this affidavit again. They ended up dismissing your case 2.5 months later, and now you're back again with another case. I'm sending you for a drug test right now. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. You must come right back. If you fail to come back, I will set your bond so high, your teeth are going to fall out. Do you understand?
I understand.
If I find that you get into a car, and I don't care what your reason is, you'll be facing 6 months in jail every single time. Do you understand me, Mr. Cruz Alvarado? I want you to come up and swear to me. I'm sending you for a drug test, and then you must come right back, and then we'll talk from where we go. What time of day or night was this, by the way? Is this late? Okay, para allá.
Next is page 20, Lozo Fidel.
Apellido?
Page 20, Lozo.
Thanks.
Judge, for the other one, I believe it was at 9:40 PM.
PM, okay. I'm sending him for a drug test. Yes, okay. Mr. Moza, You were placed on probation for driving while intoxicated. It's since alleged now that you have violated this probation. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. Do you have a lawyer today?
Tengo un abogado aquí hoy.
Who's your lawyer?
¿Tienes abogado? Supuestamente debe estar aquí, pero
Judge
está en
Daniel
otra
Perez
corte.
called. He said he was having a decision to because he was out of town.
Okay, take a seat for me in the jury box, sir.
Judge, do you have
I have two people, a Katya D, and then I have a Alexander V. Lukov.
that's the interpreter or can I command?
Okay,
Yes, this is the same shirt from yesterday, but my button just popped.
you want to call him up?
All right, page 16, Kaminsky.
What page you say?
Page 16.
Mr. Lukov.
Just a moment. Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Are you Sergei Kaminsky?
Так, вы Сергей Каминский, да?
Да-да.
Yes, yes.
Are we speaking Russian?
Вы говорите на русском, да?
Yes, I speak Russian also.
Mr. Kaminsky, you are charged with reckless driving.
Господин Каменский, вас обвиняют в небрежном управлении транспортным средством.
We're facing up to 30 days in jail and or a $500 fine.
И мера наказания до 30 дней срока местного тюремного заключения или до $500 штрафа.
We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent.
Итак, мы расследуем вероятную причину, уважаемый. Значит, вы имеете право вообще молчать.
Anything you say can or will be used against you.
Но если вы что-то будете говорить, то, что или что-либо вы не сказали, может и будет использоваться против вас.
On September 23rd, 2024, officers
23 сентября 2024 года.
Excuse me, sir. I understand everything. If something, I will ask, all right?
He's saying he's understanding. So I guess.
Yeah, if something just, I will ask if something I don't understand, all right? He don't need to translate me everything.
Okay.
Okay.
So go a little bit slower, please. Hang tight for me, Mr. Lukov, just in case, please.
Yes, sir.
On September 23rd, 2024, officers observed the defendant driving erratically on Katy Freeway in Harris County, Texas, by traveling approximately 100 miles per hour in a 60-mile-per-hour zone and changing multiple lanes without signaling. Officers also observed the defendant tailgating within 2 to 3 feet of other cars and nearly rear-ending them. The officer stated that the defendant almost caused several accidents before pulling him over.
Okay, I'm taking all credit for this. All credit. Somebody earlier in chat said they wanted Russian in here, and I did it. I delivered. Even though I wasn't even here, I was in another room trying to fix a button. I did it.
Okay, do you understand? Okay, I am finding probable cause to go forward in your case. Do you have a Texas driver's license? Do you have liability insurance in your name?
Yes, sir.
Can you run his license, please?
It's eligible.
Okay. I am ordering you now not to drive like this again. If I find that you participated or drive recklessly again, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more free bonds. Do you understand? You need a lawyer. So we're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So first, I will have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, we will have you take a seat in the jury box. We will get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then you'll be free to go. When you come back, please have a lawyer.
Sure.
Okay?
Hey, Marissa.
Please. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Lukoff.
Thank you, Your Honor. Is there anything else the interpreter can do today?
I think not. You're doing great. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you for using our services. Have a good day.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
So can you file no reckless driving, donuts, street takeovers, etc. on his case, please?
That was the last one.
Okay, you ready? Hey,
So I'm here on Jesus Cornejo. Don't know if you recall, we were here last week. Give me and the prosecutor time to just come to an agreement on this case. It is a little old, so we're trying to wrap it up. We did come to an agreement.
Just read that slowly, guys. Oh. Yeah.
PTI, which our client accepts. He hasn't done a TRAS yet, but he's able to do one today. If you'd like us to speed up that process.
So, and Judge, to be clear, this would be a supervised PTI with a TRS and abiding by conditions. I've already filed the contract and sent it to the defense attorney.
yeah, let's get the TRS done today, and then we'll get everything done. Yeah, okay.
Then would this be reset? I'm assuming you wouldn't need that much
So,
time.
yeah, we'll get the TRS done today. We'll set it off maybe 2 weeks to get the results. Yeah, okay.
For the best result, Fozzie, you should add 3% milk and just a couple seedless strawberries.
Thank you. Hi.
Hey, Judge, I'm here on Mr. Philip Silva, and I just needed your help, Judge. I kind of messed up a little bit. I jumped the gun. I said it for plea, assuming that he was DWI, and the blood came back. It was just weed, that he was
Okay.
under. So the prosecutor's just going to reeval. We just need a little time, Judge. I wondered
if all they're going to do
I tried
is
steer him for PTI, and he wouldn't do it. So I said, okay, well, time served.
Venus, no. He's supposed to go to the store and try to find 3% milk and seedless strawberries. He's supposed to walk into the grocery store and ask people, hey, can you help me find 3% milk and seedless strawberries?
But on the wrong one. So we're just trying to get it straight.
Okay, it's getting up there.
Yes, sir.
How long do you want? Chief, you want a week to eval?
I think that's fair, Judge.
Yeah, okay,
Thank
done.
you.
Okay,
Thank you, Judge.
so we'll just set it for a dispo setting.
Thank you so much.
For sure, okay. Dan, oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Alan.
I'm approaching on behalf of Richard Madison.
Madison.
Yes. The state offered to plea him on the terrorist threat and the criminal mischief for time served. Just wanted to proceed. Would you be willing to accept that?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. All right, Dan.
Can I got Miss Aurora on docket today? She come last week. We were trying to get the occupational license. We moved it to today. She has been sick all weekend. She texted me saying, can we just roll it one day? I'm just asking to move it just to tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you.
You don't have to, just.
So make sure. Well, there was a bond violation. She was made, they called her for a test. She
That's a
was
problem.
So I know that she has that.
That's a problem. Hold on a second.
But she's one of my best clients, and it's not about skipping, but for anything bad, it was like she
We
was.
need to bring her in. So we need to bring her in. So you want to hold her here
She'll
tomorrow?
be here. Yes, sir.
Okay, so she'll be here tomorrow,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right.
Oh, thank you.
Mr. Cedillo.
I never tried to be Fozzie. I clicked what my heart told me to click.
Is it Abilene Augustine? Berkeley?
On which one?
Order in the court for plea.
So the harassment's being dismissed. So she's got the two cases, the harassment's being dismissed.
Yes, Judge.
Said 6 for what? 3-6, right. So Augustine, you have two cases. You have a failure to identify oneself, giving
Euros aren't real, so you can go ahead and just fill the bar up.
fictitious information, and you have a harassment. On both cases, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 6 days that you've already done. Understand this will go on your record. From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any cases that you pick up. You're facing a lot of time from now on. Do you understand? You also give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible.
We need someone to donate 52 euros to make sure Fozzie stays crushed.
Immigration consequence, you can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization, you give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, this is it. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
I'll plead guilty.
I will find you guilty, sentence you to it. Good luck.
I knew as soon as you pulled the Himalayan salt out, Fozzie was going to break. You just put it in the crock pot with some salt and pepper and some water, and then just let it cook. Although the cream of mushroom soup would really be helpful, but there's no way you're going to eat cream of mushroom soup. So water, salt, pepper, thyme, that's all you need.
Assuming costs, Judge, are concurrent. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, I'll go on this one. Good morning, Judge. How you doing?
Butter would be nice too.
I've got Ruben Ochoa on the docket, Your Honor. Last time we were here, I was talking to the state about some videos for officers not on
The link is always here. I haven't closed it since I opened that link, and I keep refreshing to see.
scene or on scene that were not made available. State has sent me 2 videos on Friday. I need some time to be able to review those and see if they,
200 days, so.
Judge, but for the state's non-compliance, we wouldn't be in this event.
But you gotta tell me, and then I'll hold their feet to the fire. And
They did it. They gave it to me on
Those
Friday.
would be fine too.
sorry, it's Ochoa. It's okay. It's Ochoa. The case is 200 days old, and he's saying he just got videos.
I got 2 missing videos for
Okay.
officers on scene.
Anybody watch Naruto? I feel like Ochoa is a name in Naruto. I watched this earlier and I thought that if anybody knows, let me know.
Wouldn't have been a problem except for the fact that the arresting officer mutes his body cam at some points and also is chopped up into pieces. So I'm trying to fill in those missing holes.
He does.
It looks like Judge, we had sent an escalation request for the missing body cam. That's why there was a delay.
Okay,
But it did come.
I'll give you 2 weeks, but it's clear trial at the next setting. Okay,
I know there's Uchiha. Maybe I'm just thinking Uchiha when he says Ochoa.
Council for reset?
Elena,
Hello, Yana, how are you?
hey, good morning. So your client has a diversion violation. She's
Yes,
supposed to be here in person.
Yeah, and I spoke, she lives in Dallas, and I wanted to see,
You did it again, Lori. You did it again. He ain't got no garlic. I'm sure he's got water, salt, pepper. Just, if you want to put a little butter in there, that's fine. Either of those stocks will work too, Fozzie. Either of those stocks. I know there's chicken and beef. I would go with the chicken because it's lighter. Water, salt, pepper, garlic, butter would be a good one. And that's fine. That's all you need. You don't need all this other stuff. Water and salt is really all you really need.
she's on now, and I know you don't do defendants on
Time.
Zoom.
Lots
And
of
so I
time.
wanted to see if we could have her here by Friday. She had just come down last week to address it, and then they told her that she just needs the opportunity to get transportation and all of that. So I just wanted to see, is there any,
I'm okay with that, but if she's not here Friday, I'm revoking her bond. So
Okay.
please let her know.
she needs to be there by Friday? I will. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay,
Fozzie, you know you can pour beer in there too. You absolutely can pour beer in there. It'll make it taste great. I'm not even joking. I'm not messing with you. I am not ruining your pork. You throw a beer in there, it'll make it taste great.
All right, Ms. Wright.
Absolutely.
We'll see you Friday, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And if I can get her in earlier than that, like Thursday or whatever.
But you need to let us know. That way we can make sure she's on the docket so we can get the actual,
Everything fine.
the file, so we have everything here.
Okay.
You want an earlier, you want to reach out to her and see what day she wants?
Yes, and then I'll email Victoria on it. I'll confirm. She's
Lazy
online
Susan.
now. So
Hold on a
can-
second. Hold on. Let me
hold on
pull
a
her in
second.
because I'll ask.
Hold
her.
on.
Okay.
It's a lazy Susan. That's not you. You should understand a lazy. No, you work hard. You even worked overtime. I just said that. Didn't I just say that, guys? Yeah. You absolutely can.
Okay.
Hey, are they trying to kick her out or no, for someone else.
They want to extend her for 4 months.
Okay, yeah, so I don't want to talk, but I want her here, right? Because just like everybody else, I just wanted to know whether they want to kick her out or whether they want to keep her. Okay. Miss Di,
Yes, I'm here.
you need to come to court, ma'am. Physically present in court. Tell me what day you want to come this week.
Could it be like later on this month?
I'm sorry?
Could it be later on this month or?
No, it needs to be this week. Give me one day this week.
Okay, could we do Thursday or Friday?
If it's Friday, that's fine with me. If you're not here, I will revoke your bond though.
She just woke
So
up.
make
I
sure
can
that
hear it.
that's the day that you want to be here.
Okay, we can do Friday.
Okay, we'll see you here Friday.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Wright. We'll
All
see
right,
you.
have a good day.
Okay,
Bye.
take care.
So this was one of the guys who told him if he violates, then he's gonna go into SATF.
Is he here?
He's here.
Mr. Castaneda,
So when he drug tested, when I did the case review, he tested positive for benzols and alcohol. They
have you
just
found
did
an
another
address we
one.
can do it?
I can just have him sign the needed conditions and take it in.
Donald's kicking your
there.
ass.
But he just tested positive on negative.
Yes. No, but he's still,
Okay.
so how do you want to do it?
I'm just gonna have him sign the needed conditions and he's gonna wait.
Oh,
in
wait,
custody for a
guys.
bit.
Okay,
He can't
we're gonna have
put
you sign
beer in it.
conditions and then we'll take care of it here momentarily.
Remember, he ran out of beer. Actually, your wife's wine will be fine too. Or just freaking salt water.
Here, so move on right over there.
It's the time that does it. The time that does it.
THAs?
Yes, Judge, you ready?
No.
Okay. You need
All right, bring it.
Everybody breathe.
Judge Cage. 10, Ralston, come on up.
What a coincidence. So will she.
Mr. Frost, do you have a lawyer today?
I do not, sir.
What are you doing about that?
Actually working on it, but I was gonna see if the court, for me a court-appointed lawyer.
You're working on your 7th case now. Have we given you a court-appointed lawyer on every single case that you've had? And now yet another case. If I send you drug tests right now, what are you gonna test positive?
Oh, no.
Sending him for that test. Frausto. Take a seat for me at the jury box, that's it.
All right, Judge, page 12, Garza, come on up. Garza German.
Good morning, Mr. Garza Faz.
Yeah,
You have a lawyer
remember,
today.
Nan? Remember when my kids? No. Remember when my kids went to the beach and they took my Teddy Graham crackers? I had peanut butter and I had no Teddy Graham crackers to go with it because it's yummy. It's delicious.
Tell me what you're doing about that.
I just don't have the financial means at this time to retain a lawyer.
Why?
I just don't have, I have issues at home. Don't,
Do you work?
yes, or off and on, that's part of it. My employment is not steady. I have issues at home with older relatives that need my attention, my care.
You are yuck.
So I work off and on.
When is the last, so you don't, do you have a full-time job right now?
No, sir, I'm not employed full-time with any company.
When is the last time that you've had a full-time job?
It's probably been about 6 months earlier this year.
What were you doing?
Just general labor. I go through temp agencies and they hire, they assign me just general labor.
It's time for you to get a full-time job.
Yes, sir.
It's time, and I'm gonna make that a condition of your bond. You know, you need to be a working man, make money. I'm sure
Or-
everybody at the house would appreciate it if you
or-
brought in a lot more money
I
than
told
just
the
sitting at
truth.
home and helping once in a while. I mean, why did the people of Harris County get to pay for a lawyer for you when you get to sit at home all day when you're able to work? How is that fair? I mean, I am paying for your lawyer. She is paying for your lawyer. Why is that fair? Let's do this. I'm going to send you for a drug and alcohol test right now. I'll have you come back and then I'll have you fill out an application. Take your seat for me in the jury box.
All right, Judge, page 12, Gonzalez, Adam, come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Gonzalez. You have a lawyer today. What are you thinking about that?
Well, currently I found a lawyer, but their retainer removed July, so I've been
You
saving.
want a little bit
money.
more time?
Yes.
I will give it to you. Come on.
All right, Judge, page 15. Terrell, Felix.
Mr. Terrell,
Sir,
do you have a lawyer today?
I talked to Mr. Brooks Friday. I went to his office to pay him. He
good.
wasn't there. So you can call him. He should be here.
I'm not gonna call him. We'll give you a little bit more time. That way you can hire him.
All right, thank you.
Okay, hang tight. We'll get you there.
Can you send the state bond conditions?
Done. On it. Trying.
Martinez, Caesar, come on up.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
When I think of summer, I think of small.
Gonzalez, Hugo.
Not a smart.
Welcome, neighbors. Today we're going to do something a little different in this video. We're going to be making some campfire s'mores.
Please. Guess what? You have to have a picture of the house. The haunted house there.
All right, so a campfire s'more is basically graham crackers with a Hershey milk chocolate in between with some roasted marshmallows. So to prepare, go ahead and get your fire going. You're going to need some good hot coals because you don't want to roast the marshmallows over open flames or else they'll ignite into flames themselves. So go ahead and get that done. In the meantime, get yourself some graham crackers. Take a piece of it. Take a small piece of the Hershey milk chocolate. Place it on top of one piece of the graham cracker, under which you're going to end up putting the roasted marshmallow and the other a piece of the graham cracker. So go ahead, get them toasted as we're doing here over the coals, being careful not to burn it, unless you like them that way. You put the marshmallows onto a stick or a fork like this to roast them. There's the graham cracker with the piece of the Hershey milk chocolate. So go ahead and place that on there and then carefully squeeze it out so that you're left with a little sandwich there. And that is a campfire s'more. So this is the first time that Ava.
Oops. I didn't pause. I muted. I'm an idiot.
Do you work full time?
González, Hugo.
And they taste okay.
Did you call Gonzalez, right? Come up that way. And then I just signed the other one as well. Cesar Martinez, you have a lawyer today.
Yes, I'm still working on it.
You want more time?
Yeah, I just got a job like Monday.
We're happy to give you one.
O'Connor, Sean,
Kaminsky.
page 22.
Cigarette lighters don't work either.
Connor?
I mean, they're okay, but they're not good.
Move on to the next. Can wait.
Page 29.
I like it.
Higgins,
I like it. Good morning, Ms. Stevens.
Good morning.
Do you have a lawyer today? Tell me what you're doing about it. Tell me what you're doing about that.
I'm working on it. It's just that recently I took on 2 extra kids. So my finances have been a little,
Do you work full time? Sorry?
I part-time on the weekends and during the week I do have part-time aesthetics.
How much money do you make a month?
you're free to go.
I mean, it varies. But
I mean, on average, what do you do a month?
maybe like 2,000.
Are you married? Who do you live with? Whose kids are they? So now you're taking care of the cousin's kids?
Temporary. She went to jail.
Okay.
So I didn't want to really put in the system. So I just.
That's nice. I'm glad that you're helping them. You want a lawyer? Okay. All right.
So can I have time to get one?
No. I'll have you fill out an application because I have to have one, but I can give you a lawyer today. It's nice. I'm glad that you're helping out. But, I mean, hopefully they get their mom back soon, but just remember, kids need patience because kids are very, very difficult. So you need patience, okay? All right, we'll take care of that for you. Just fill out the application for me, and then I'll have you talk to someone here momentarily.
A
Okay?
week or two ago, I had those mint chocolate chip Oreos, and they were
Thank you.
really good.
O'Connor?
Well, first we need you to sign a reset, and then we'll have you take it.
That's it for now, Judge.
Wonderful.
Okay. We can end now. You don't need a recipe, Fozzie. Just put it in the dang crock pot. Put some water in there. Salt. Turn it on. You have stock. Put some stock in there. Use the chicken stock. A little salt and pepper. Maybe butter. Turn it on. That's all you got to do. Well, I don't know. If it's wrapped up with string, undo that now. Because when string cooks in a crock pot, it's like a rubber band. And everything will taste like a rubber band for your meal. I'm serious. Those mint chocolate chip Oreos were really, really good. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I don't know why you're overthinking this. All you got to do is put it in a crock pot with something wet and put some salt in there. Okay. We could end the stream now. Or, so today I got, I don't know if I got it or not. A lawyer who was pulled in front of the chief disciplinary lawyer for bad behavior. I think I have 2 lawyers who were put in front of the disciplinary board for bad behavior. But I'm not sure because I didn't look at this clip yet at all. I didn't even open it yet. If you guys want, we can look at this together right now and see if I have anything. Or we can all take a nap before Judge Fleischer's stream, and I can look at this alone later and see if it's worthy of Vipers. While you guys are trying to answer me, I'm waiting. Remember, Fozzie, your comments are still on my screen. And that is terrible. Just so you know, you freaking eat, don't you? So freaking cook. I see how I didn't swear there, guys? I didn't swear at all. I don't know, security. Haven't looked at it yet. Haven't looked at it yet. I know I recorded a video that is, I'm looking, 7 hours long. However, I bet you it's no more than 5-10 minutes. But I don't know. For those of you who missed Fozzie's comment, which I can still see, it's that women should cook. Go get them, guys. Get them. This is
Legal
just
determination, Judge. So if this.
Not it. That's from way back on the 23rd. I don't know what I was thinking. This is only 3 hours long. All right, here it is. Now, the first one should be a lawyer that died. And that wasn't it. They were just talking for a second. I saw that. A lawyer died, and they are divvying up his cases to other people. So the chief disciplinary
Been notified
counsel
that
does
Attorney
that.
Yost passed away on or about September 4th.
So that's boring. I think the second one is that a different person? No, it's the same person. This one is also a lawyer that passed away, and they're divvying up his cases, I think.
Mary Council versus Corey Hicks. It's my understanding we're here for a hearing. The matter was down for a status conference on September 9th, and the respondent did not appear.
Oh, no,
Sorry,
this is
Your
it.
Honor. That's the next one. This one is disciplinary counsel versus Franklin.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Ferraro. We've got them stacked up today. Just so the record is clear then.
He says he got him stacked up today, guys. He had 4. He had 4 cases. We should tell Judge Fleischer that this judge thinks 4 is stacking them up.
This is the matter of John, Office of Chief Disciplinary Counsel versus John Franklin. And this is the matter of a deceased attorney. No appearance has been filed for the respondent.
Deceased attorney.
So if we could just
We're going to fast forward that. I think this is alcohol related. So, but I'm not 100% sure. I just read the complaint. Of course. Can you just start?
the matter of the Office of Chief Discipline. First of all, I'm Judge Patrick Carroll. This is the matter of the Office of Chief Disciplinary Counsel versus Corey Hicks. The matter was down for status conference on the record back on September 9th. At that point, the respondent did not appear. It appears as though the respondent is present today, although I don't know whether any appearance has been filed by a counsel on his behalf, but I'll get to that in a moment. My last notes on the matter indicated that the Office of the Chief Disciplinary Counsel had made several attempts to contact the respondent by email and phone to no avail. It looks like those matters have now been addressed. And at this point, maybe
Oh, this attorney's in trouble, guys.
Attorney Villar, this would be a good time for you to give me a little background. First of all, I'd ask that you introduce yourself for the record, and then we'll have the other folks on the line introduce themselves for the record as well.
Good morning, Judge Carroll. Marie Louise Villar, Assistant Chief Disciplinary Counsel.
All right, and I see there's a Tyrone Capellis.
Correct, Your Honor.
And your capacity here today, sir, is what?
He's my witness, Your Honor.
Okay,
And we
I'm
also
sorry.
have Mr. William Morales. He's also my witness. So
Okay.
those are my 2 witnesses for today.
All right, and I see that Mr. Hikes, how do I pronounce your name, sir?
Hikes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you are here representing yourself, is that correct?
I did. I went to the Schaefer Law Firm. They allowed me to use their fax machine, and their law clerk faxed it over. I received a call from your staff that could see my phone number, but it came out like black. So they asked me to resubmit it, but I did fax it in to the state and as well as your office.
Okay. All right, and we're going forward with the hearing today, so Ms. Villar, I'll hand it over to you.
Your
Yes,
Honor. Okay,
Your Honor.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Just one quick point. If Attorney Hikes, if you could email me that sort of as a PDF, your appearance, instead of faxing it, then it's much clearer when I put it in.
All right. I just don't have a law office. I have to go to somebody give me professional courtesy. They let me fax.
Okay. All right. Then just fax it. That'll be fine. We'll work with it. Thank you.
I'd like to say, Your Honor, that the Office of Chief Disciplinary Counsel has not received an appearance from Mr. Hikes. There is not an appearance on file from Mr. Hikes, and I would request that he not be able to speak until an appearance has been filed, and that is in keeping with several other courts.
No, I bet you the judge lets him speak. What do you think? I think the judge is going to let him speak, but it would be very, very, very funny if he didn't. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
Your
If Your Honor wants to grant a very brief continuance of 5 minutes to have him file that appearance, I would have no objection.
It's a reasonable request, Mr. Hikes, and if you're, I don't know how you're participating today. If you're participating by way of a telephone, you
I
should
am.
simply, should simply be able to take a photograph of the appearance and email it to Mr. Ferraro.
Your Honor, I sent in my appearance. I sent the fax number through the Schaefer's law clerk, because it's not my law office, at 203-596-4032. This is what I sent them.
All right, so you've got it in your hand. There's no reason now why you can't take a photograph of it and file it with the court, and then we'll be able to proceed. I'm sorry?
I don't know how to do that, Your Honor.
You don't know how to take a picture?
I know.
My ass, you do. My ass, you do. You've never cooked a pork tenderloin in the oven in your whole life. And just for the record, I would put it in the crock pot. I am happy with that decision of the crock pot over the oven, even though in the oven it gets crispy, and crock pot's fine because then it gets all, anyway.
How to take a picture. I could send maybe through text. Maybe I could text it to the state.
Yeah, that'll work.
Trouble for a number to text it to, maybe?
Yeah, Mr. Ferraro, I'll take a brief recess, and Mr. Ferraro will give you that information. Attorney Villar's position is well-grounded, and we need
Come
to
on,
have an
guys.
appearance.
Who thinks Kafazi has ever cooked a pork tenderloin in the oven? Come on, come on. All right. What did you put the heat at? How did you open the oven door? Where is your oven? Do you know where your oven is? Now I'm hungry for pork tenderloin too. Oh man. By oven, what do you mean by that? Like, is that a euphemism for something else? I mean, yeah, it's really, really good in a crack pot. I've never set an oven on fire with a pork tenderloin before, but Fozzie, you can do it. Come on, tell us the truth. Tell us the truth. Tell us the truth, because we already know the truth. Tell us the truth. When have you cooked a pork tenderloin in an oven? Oh, and did you put water in it? Did you cut up some potatoes to put in there while it was cooking? Maybe some carrots and celery? Did you put it in a bag so it stays nice and moist?
From you, particularly in light of the fact
Oh, I'm
that
hungry.
there had been ongoing efforts to get you involved in the matter. Now I'm glad that you're here. So I'm going to take a brief recess to give you an opportunity to speak to Mr. Ferraro, the clerk, and he'll tell you how you can take that photograph and text him a copy of that appearance. All right, so I'll take a brief recess.
Thank you.
I love sneaking peeks at their chat. Nothing. They could give me a little something every once in a while. Don't worry. I know it says it's offline.
Sure,
Oh,
with
oh,
a
oh, I
couple
went too far. Keep
Looks like we're all set.
We
All
are
right.
on the
Guys. Who all thinks he's never asking for cooking advice again because he's never cooking again?
record, Your Honor.
We're back on the record. Mr. Hikes, have you been able to take that photograph and text it to Mr. Ferraro?
That is affirmative.
I'm 100% sure this is Connecticut. I'm 50% sure it's Waterbury, Connecticut. Oh, and guys, I have some horrible news for you. Remember 2 days ago? I don't even know how to say it. You're all going to be so sad. Remember 2 days ago, we had that, I can't remember. We had a clip 2 days ago. I think I showed it yesterday. And I said, me neither. That's why I'm struggling. And I said they're going to do the next case today, the 30th and we had to get it. We had to get that. Oh, help me. Somebody save me right now, please. I need a lifeline. I had a clip from Connecticut. I showed you the case. It was written in handwriting. It was an inmate. Oh yeah, the bounty hunter hit the car, tased him, took him to arrested him on a warrant that wasn't even real, and he's suing, and it was a civil case, not a criminal case. And then the next hearing was supposed to be yesterday. Remember I said I have to get that. I have to get that. Bridgeport, Connecticut has like a whole bunch of courtrooms. I watched every single one of them. The hearing was set for 5 p.m. and I started watching Bridgeport at 8 a.m. So I didn't miss it. I didn't miss it. I didn't get a hearing. There was no hearing. Here's what I think happened. A hearing set for 5 p.m. is sus to me. There's no hearings at 5 p.m. Court's over. So what I think is that person, his complaint was dismissed. So he had until 5 p.m. yesterday to do something, resubmit a complaint or do something. So I looked at the case and there's nothing else yet. No hearings have been filed yet. But I will absolutely keep looking at that case. There just wasn't, I tried, there just wasn't anything yesterday. Yeah, that's why I think it wasn't like a hearing. It was a you have to get this in by this time. So that's why I don't have it today. But I do have this.
Your Honor.
Okay, and Mr. Farrar, you've received it?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. All right, Ms. Villar, you ready to proceed?
I am, Your Honor, and as a housekeeping matter, the Office of Chief Disciplinary Counsel has filed 13 exhibits, and I move to make them all full exhibits at this time.
All right, would you like to be heard on that, Mr. Hikes?
Your Honor, just a matter of housekeeping. Could I just be heard briefly?
Well, you can be heard with respect to the offer that's just been made by Ms. Villar to admit the exhibits that have all previously been marked for identification. If you have no objection, I will mark those all as full exhibits.
Well, Your Honor, I don't know what exhibits she's talking about. I have some paperwork here with a couple counts that I have never seen, so I would object.
And the basis of your objection is that you haven't seen them?
You want to know why he hasn't seen them? If you're paying attention, you know. No one can get a hold of him. No one can find him.
That is, to the best of my knowledge, what I'm having here is the summons and the complaint.
Yeah. It's my understanding that the list of exhibits is in the court file. It's been there since September 23rd. And go ahead.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. This is why, due to extenuating circumstances I'd like to bring to the court's attention, I've just gone through 4 family deaths in the past 3 months. I have the funeral things that I have gone to. It has been a very trying time for my family. I would be asking for a 1-month continuance, and there's other too. Well, and say, I'm just not in a really good spot right now, Your Honor.
Well, I want to be sensitive to that, Mr. Hikes, but I'll note that this presentment was filed on August 2nd. There have been certain efforts taken by the Office of Chief Disciplinary Counsel to reach you, to get you to file the matter. Certainly, had you filed an appearance in the matter or appeared in some way or communicated in some way with the Office of Chief Disciplinary Counsel, I'm sure that they would have attempted to accommodate you. But now the matter has been down for quite some time. It's been scheduled for this hearing for quite some time. Witnesses are in place. The Chief Disciplinary Counsel is ready to proceed.
No, I think I went too far with my Fozzie today. Now he's gonna have a hard day. I was just joking. I know you can cook food. Of course you can cook food. Every adult should be able to cook food.
You want to be heard, Ms. Villar, with respect to Mr. Hike's request?
Just to reiterate what you've said, Your Honor, Mr. Hikes knows how to contact me. I have not heard from him via email or via telephone. He did not appear at the status conference. I attempted to contact him through the last email that he sent to me, where he sent communications to me, and that was May 8th, 2024. That bounced back as non-deliverable. I attempted to call his cell phone number, which I had been in communications with him up until that May 8th date.
You be quiet. Your voice is grating. CP, I met Chris today. Hey, Chris. How are ya? Chris uses JavaScript when he codes.
That has been discontinued, or it's not in service. I have made every attempt to contact Mr. Hikes, and he knew how to contact me, Your Honor. At no point in time did he ever contact me and say, I need a continuance. I can't go forward. I can't show up at the status conference. I can't go forward at the hearing. Had he had done that, Your Honor, of course I would have no objection to a brief continuance. But as Your Honor said, I'm here now, ready, willing, and able to go forward. I have my two witnesses who've taken time out of their schedule and away from work and away from other obligations to be here today, and I'm ready to go forward.
All right, Mr. Hikes?
Thank you, Your Honor. It's very trying. The woman I've loved most, my grandmother, the only reason I went to law school is because of her. I nearly eat breakfast with every morning, died suddenly, in addition with the other family members. I have been before a few medical experts. They formed an opinion I am not fit to be in a trial at this particular moment. I would consider that from a medical professional's opinions. Your Honor, the state, after my grandmother passed, her passing was June 14th of 2024. In the Kennedy Hill address, the bar, on its own volition, in my absence and my uncle's, because it's his house now, according to the will, the bar, while we're grieving, they trespassed on my grandmother's property, my uncle's property, walked right past the no trespassing sign, probably about 30 feet or so from the main window overseas, and then proceeded to duct tape this paperwork of the presentment here to the window, which was extremely humiliating for all the neighbors got to see and everything. It made my uncle nearly lose his mind. I'd be willing, he's willing to testify that's what he personally witnessed. Your Honor, he had to use a razor to get the tape and the thing off of it. Thought it was a condemnation, of the house. He didn't know what was going on. And it really just after my grandmother passed, and then for my dead woman's house, they're desecrating. It really put me in a mental state, amongst other things that the bar has been engaged in, that maybe the court would be willing to hear me.
Well,
If I may, Your Honor.
yes.
Service was made at Mr. Hike's last registered abode as he registered with the statewide grievance committee. A process serving company in Pennsylvania was hired because that is where Mr. Hikes lives. And it was served according to their rules. I will note that 3 separate attempts were made at 3 separate times of day by knocking on the door, ringing the doorbell. Nobody answered, nobody came forward, and the presentment was left as abode service.
All right. Well, I think I've heard enough on that issue. I understand your respective positions with respect to that. Mr. Hikes, I'm still left wondering why you didn't just pick up the phone and call the Office of Chief Disciplinary Counsel to explain this predicament in which you now find yourself. But these are very important matters to the people of the state of Connecticut. Attorney disciplinary.
Hey guys, don't forget to check out Tokyo's channel, guys. You want to see more Judge Fleischer? He got it.
Matters. They need to be handled in a quick and timely fashion. Ample notice has been given. You've already indicated that you received the service of process. Your uncle used a razor blade to remove them from a window. You just held them up, showing me that you did receive them. So, upon the conclusion
I am a great ex-wife.
of the state's case, I may grant you some relief to provide a defense if you want to do that. But I think at this point, I'm going to deny your request for continuance. I'm going to overrule your objection to the admission of the exhibits, which have been on file in the court record for anyone to review. So the continuance request is denied. The exhibits that have previously been filed for identification are all marked as full exhibit and exhibits, and Ms. Villar, you may go forward.
Yes, Your Honor. So my plan is, as you can see, it is a 2-count presentment. I'll just wait for the siren. It's a 2-count presentment, and my plan is to do each count separately. So we'll start with count 1, and I call William Morales.
I can't marry you. You have a job.
Your Honor, at this time, may I make a motion?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, pursuant to res judicata, I ask that this matter has been previously litigated. I had a hearing on there, and here we are over the same things. Beyond this, Attorney Hardy was grieved over the same essential allegations, a black attorney, and his matter was dismissed, but yet a white attorney. It is here going forward. I ask for a dismissal.
Ms. Villar.
Yes, Your Honor, this matter did go before a grievance reviewing committee of the statewide grievance committee. And
Very interested. Tell me more.
in their decisions, both of their decisions, which are now full exhibits, you will see that the Office of Chief Disciplinary.
Will you ignore me? Will you blame me for almost everything? Will you take all of my money?
Counsel was directed to file presentments in both cases, Morales versus Hikes and Capellas versus Hikes, as a trial de novo. This is not res judicata, and I still plan on going forward.
The motion to dismiss is denied. You may go forward.
If we could have Mr. Morales sworn in, please.
Mr. Morales, please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or
maybe.
sincerely affirm that the evidence you shall give concerning this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God, or upon penalty of perjury.
I do.
Thank you. Can you please state your name,
I'll buy a liquor store for you, baby.
slowly spelling your last name for the record, and the town in which you live?
William, last name is Morales, Morales. I live in New Jersey.
Thank you.
All right, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Morales, how did you come to hire Corey Hikes?
My wife hired James Hardy Law Group, and Corey Hikes was the attorney that Mr. Hardy sent to cover my case.
Do you have all the exhibits in front of you that I filed?
Yes, I do.
So drawing your attention to Exhibit 2, can you please tell the court what this document is?
This is the fee agreement that I had with attorney James Hardy, and on
Buy
the
a
second
food truck.
page, it lists the other attorneys who may work on this case as well.
And is Corey Hikes' name on there?
That is correct, and so is Elizabeth Roback, Andrew Kao.
And on what dates did James Hardy send Corey Hikes to represent you, if you remember?
There were 4 dates, October 7, 2021, March 25th, 2022, May 19, 2022, and August 26, 2022.
And which court did he go to represent you in?
The Waterbury Superior Courthouse.
And in what prior cases did Mr. Hikes represent you?
None.
Did you have a separate fee agreement with Mr. Hikes, separate than that with Mr. Hardy?
No.
And what type of case was Mr. Hikes supposed to represent you in?
Criminal defense.
And did you go to his office before meeting with him?
No, I never went to Hardy or Hike's office.
Why not?
Every time we met inside the courthouse or outside the courthouse.
And when was the first time that you met with Corey Hikes at court?
It was October 7, 2021.
And how did you know that you were going to be meeting with Corey Hikes and not James Hardy?
I didn't find out I was being represented by Corey Hikes until James Hardy sent me a text message informing me to reach out to Corey Hikes.
And if we look at Exhibit 3, are those your text messages to and from James Hardy?
Yes, it is.
Drawing your attention to Exhibit 4, can you please tell the court what this is?
Your Honor, I have no idea what Exhibit 4 is because I don't have possession of them nor received a copy. Nor did I get any discovery. They won't give me anything, Your Honor. I've tried this before. They don't give me any prior, similarly situated cases. I mean, I can't even formulate a logical defense with not being provided anything that my previous counsel, Josephine Miller, has attempted to get myself. I mean, Your Honor, the other thing is maybe you might want to inquire to the bar. Has Attorney Villar ever called me on my personal cell phone and spoke to me in regards to the previous matter when Josephine Miller was my attorney of record, ex parte communication? I looked it up that day on judicial, and it put me in a mental state. And the way I interpret it was taunting, harassment, and spitefulness is what I interpreted, Your Honor. I wonder if phone records would corroborate that.
Your
Mr.
Honor,
Hikes, go ahead.
Your Honor, I attempted to call Mr. Hikes at the last cell phone number that he gave me, and that number has been disconnected. I attempted to contact him via email at that last email address that he and I had communications, and that bounced back as non-deliverable. I then attempted with 3 other emails that my investigator found to contact him, urging him to contact me at his earliest convenience. Had he done so, I would have sent him all the exhibits and anything else that he wanted. I certainly wasn't going to send exhibits in a disciplinary proceeding to an email where I didn't know where it was being received. In no way, shape, or form have I ever harassed Mr. Hikes.
Your Honor, part of the reason for a number being done is because my grandmother died, and she was a former accountant and such. She handles a lot of affairs, but since her passing, the phones had to be shut off. I mean, things are in probate. It's been a real mess, Your Honor.
Mr. Hikes, it just seems to me could very easily have been resolved with a simple phone call to the Office of Chief Disciplinary Counsel. That phone number hasn't changed. That
Just
office
green.
location
Green
hasn't
doesn't
changed.
work.
That email address hasn't changed. It's the one constant. I know you're attempting to shift the burden of responsibility here to the Office of Chief Disciplinary Counsel when the responsibility rests with you here. So I'm not exactly sure what your request is. It seems like, again, you're requesting that the matter not go forward today because you don't have access to the exhibits. But I'm going to deny that request.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I would also like to tell the court that these exhibits were part of the underlying grievance, and Mr. Hikes has copies of these exhibits from the underlying grievance. So going back to exhibit number 4, Mr. Morales, can you please tell the court what exhibit 4 is?
This is my cell phone call detail, which shows the number I called on October 7, 2021, and the location pin of where each phone call was made on that date.
And looking at October 7th, 2021 at 9:32 a.m., whose number is 814-720-0713?
That was Corey Hike.
And how do you know it was his number?
It's the number that Attorney James Hardy gave me through text to contact his colleague, Attorney Hikes.
So
at
if
the
you,
above number.
if you were in court, why did you have to call Corey Hikes?
I was inside the courthouse first floor waiting for Attorney James Hardy to arrive. And that's when I received a text message from Attorney James Hardy to contact his colleague, Attorney Hikes, because due to a scheduling conflict.
Okay, and what transpired in the texts?
Well, in the text, James Hardy told me to contact Attorney Hikes, in which I did. I spoke to Attorney Hikes at 9:32 a.m. We spoke for about a minute. I went outside the courthouse to meet with him
Why did you go outside the courthouse?
because that's where Corey Hikes was at.
And where did you meet with him exactly?
I met him outside the courthouse steps.
And do you know what time it was that you first met with him?
At approximately 9:34 in the morning.
And when did you go into the courthouse with Mr. Hikes?
I never set foot inside the courthouse with Mr. Hikes.
What, if anything, did you speak to him about outside the courthouse regarding your expectations?
That I wanted the full discovery evidence in my case so I can make an informed decision.
An informed decision about what specifically?
Whether or not to withdraw from the AR program, since Attorney Hardy told me that this would be the fastest way in getting discovery in my case.
When exactly did you apply for AR?
August 12th, 2021.
And James Hardy represented you when you applied for that, is that correct?
That is correct.
So when you told Mr. Hikes what you wanted him to do, what your
Hi, Jay.
expectations were, what was his response on October 7th, 2021?
He would get me the discovery from me.
And did he go, or did, if you know, was anything put on the record October 7th, 2021?
In case you guys give me too much shit, I'll be prepared.
Nothing happened in court. Mr. Hikes was going to the clerk's office to get a continuous date. Like I said, everything took place outside the courthouse steps.
So on October 7th, 2021, can you please tell the court what your understanding was of what Mr. Hikes was supposed to do for you?
He was going to go to the court clerk and change the court date, and he was going to get me the full discovery and evidence in my case as soon as possible.
And what, if anything, did Mr. Hikes tell you about how long it would take to get your discovery?
That was never mentioned.
What, if anything, did he tell you on October 7th, 2021 about the cost of obtaining discovery?
Again, that was never discussed.
And if you could please tell the court about how much time did you spend with Corey Hikes at court that day?
Less than 10 minutes.
What, if anything, did you do after you were done speaking with Mr. Hikes?
I texted Attorney James Hardy from the courthouse parking garage that I was going to leave.
When did you leave?
I left at 9:40 a.m.
And how do you know you left at 9:40 a.m.?
Because it was the text message I sent him, and as soon as I sent him the text message to James Hardy, I left.
I want to draw your attention to Exhibit 5. Can you please tell the court what this is?
It's an affidavit, Corey Hikes, that he submitted in my grievance complaint against Attorney James Hardy.
And where did you get this affidavit?
It was sent to me from the statewide grievance committee as part of James Hardy's answer to the grievance.
All right, so I want you, and you have that in front of you, Mr. Morales?
Yes, I do.
All right, so if you could just look at that, and I'd like to draw your attention to paragraph 5 of that exhibit. Do you see it?
Yes, I do.
So if we look at paragraph 5 in Mr. Hikes' sworn affidavit, it said that he spent a total of 3 hours in court that day. Did Mr. Hike spend 3 hours with you in court that day?
No, he did not. And if you look at the text messages in my complaint, I text James Hardy that I was leaving at 9:40 a.m. And then if you look at my cell phone call records, an hour and a half goes by and I text James, after I text James Hardy, I was already in Montebello, New York at 11:08.
Mr. Hikes also claims in his sworn affidavit, paragraph 5, that he reviewed the state's physical file with you and read each line of the police report to you. Did he bring those outside?
Like I said, I was never inside the courthouse with Mr. Hikes on October 7, 2021.
Right.
And I never reviewed anything with him. We just discussed the case on the courthouse session with regards to my discovery and evidence in my case. Unless he's making the claim that that he was in the passenger seat with me as I was driving back home to New Jersey.
Okay, and was he in the car with you?
No, he was not.
So then is it your testimony that you didn't review anything with him that day?
Like I stated, I never reviewed the state physical file, and I would find that it would probably be illegal to take state file outside the courthouse.
In paragraph 6, Mr. Hikes. What was that?
Objection, volunteering information. I'd ask that comments be stricken, that he volunteered.
Look at him being a lawyer.
I don't understand the objection.
The rules of evidence do not allow a witness to volunteer information. It has to be elicited through a question, is my understanding of the rules of evidence.
Judge Carroll, you're muted.
I'm sorry. He was responding to the question. The objection's overruled.
Mr. Morales, in paragraph 6 of the same affidavit, Mr. Hikes states that you admitted the facts in the police report were accurate. Do you recall making that statement to Mr. Hikes?
Again, I never reviewed the police report with him at any time on October 7, 2001. So this is false on his face.
Did Mr. Hikes represent you, or was he supposed to represent you in court other than those four?
For the new people, the guy in the suit right here that you can't see right now is an actual lawyer. These two, there we go. These two are from the Chief Disciplinary Council in Connecticut. And he is in big trouble. Oh, he is in big trouble. These two are from the Chief Disciplinary Council. He is in big trouble. This guy was one of the people that him and I guess his law firm were representing. I think what she's going to bring up is alcohol issues with him. I'm not sure, but Severus Snape. Severus Snape is the lawyer who's in trouble right now. Acid background.
4 dates that you previously stated.
Yes, on July 27, 2022.
And did he represent you in court that day?
I had court that day, but he was a no-show, and neither was James Hardy. And there was also another client waiting for him as well.
And what did you do when Mr. Hikes did not show up to represent you in court?
I text James Hardy.
He lost.
Did Mr. Hikes represent you any other date?
Yes.
And why don't you tell the court, what was the final date he represented you in court?
August 26, 2022.
Between October 7th, 2021 and August 26, 2022, how often did Corey Hikes follow up with you regarding the continuances?
Never.
How often did he follow up with you regarding the status of your case?
Never.
How often did he follow up with you regarding your discovery requests?
Never.
What happened in court on August 26, 2022?
I already had a letter written up to fire them both. And because I was tired of the procrastination between James Hardy and Corey Hikes about getting me the discovery and evidence in my case. And since July 27, 2022, I knew I was going nowhere with these guys. So it was best I fire them and hire myself a new attorney.
And I would like to draw your attention to Exhibit 6. Can you please tell the court what that document is?
It's a letter. It's a discharge letter.
Okay, where you're terminating their employment for you?
That is correct. I fired both attorney James Hardy and Corey Hikes.
And what, if anything, did you do next?
I filed a grievance complaint against Corey Hikes
Why?
because Mr. Hikes failed and provided me with the full discovery and evidence in my case. He also failed and provided me with any updates with regards to my case. And plus he failed to show up on July 27, 2022.
And was there a hearing on the underlying grievance, if you remember?
Yes.
And did you appear and testify?
Yes.
And did Corey Hikes appear?
Yes, he did.
Did he testify?
He pled the fifth.
Drawing your attention to exhibit number 7, can you please tell the court what that is?
This is the decision of the grievance hearing that was sent to me, which shows the reviewing committee concludes by clear and convincing evidence that the respondent engaged in misconduct.
And did you hire a new attorney to represent you in your criminal case?
Yes, I did. The Sills Law Firm.
And can you please
I
tell the
don't
court
think-
what's the ultimate result of that case?
My case was dismissed.
I have nothing further of Mr. Morales, Your Honor. You're muted.
I apologize. Mr. Hikes, you have any questions of this witness?
Yes, Your Honor. May I inquire to the state, pursuant to prior inconsistent statement? I think it's been done before. Would the state be willing to agree to the transcript of the aforementioned hearing be admitted as a full exhibit and give me an opportunity to copy it and submit it, or the state may be in a possession of it as well?
I'm assuming when you say the state, you mean disciplinary counsel.
That's correct.
I do Connecticut often. I like Connecticut.
Forgive me.
Your Honor, I don't have a copy of the transcript, and it was not submitted, and the court order required that all exhibits be submitted by September 23rd. And I don't understand what the purpose of the transcript would be. So I would object.
Very simply, prior inconsistent statement. It was vetted through by the rules of evidence. It addresses the exact and every topic, and it would help expedite this to go along smoother, Your Honor.
Mr. Hikes, first of all, you can be seated. I appreciate your respect in standing up, but you need not stand up to address me in this matter. You know, the burden in presenting a defense on this matter is yours.
Fozzie makes me stand when I address him.
And if you anticipated that there was going to be testimony from Mr. Morales that would differ from testimony that he might have offered at the time of the grievance committee hearing, the burden to pursue that is yours. And now at this late stage, you're asking for all of the proceedings to suspend so you can, I presume, ask the state, the Office of Chief Disciplinary Counsel, to provide that transcript. And that simply is not the way that you should pursue the matter. So I'm not inclined to grant your request. But we have another issue. I have a hearing scheduled at noon today. It's quite clear that this hearing is going to take significant time. And it also seems to me that the hearing would be better off if it were conducted in person. So I'm really reluctant to inconvenience Mr. Morales and Mr. Capellas. We can certainly allow them to testify remotely, but I think at this point, I'm going to suspend the hearing for today. I'm going to reschedule it for an in-person hearing in Waterbury at a date which will be selected at some point within the next day or so. But Mr. Heights, I'm going to remind you again, I know you know how important this is, and
Thank you,
I understand that you have defenses that you feel you can't assert, but you have to assert those defenses. So you're getting some grace here today by the matter not going forward. I want to be sure that you will appear on the date that the matter is scheduled, and I want to be certain that you're going to be prepared to offer whatever defenses you have at that time and offer any exhibits that you might have at that time. We've just run out of time today. So, I'm sorry?
May I just rewind back briefly? I was asking the state if they were willing to stipulate to the admission of the prior transcript of the aforementioned hearing is my first thing. The second of all, Your Honor, I can, and I believe, get my hands on another copy of it if you would allow just later to consider it and me to ask it be introduced. And the second issue, Your Honor, is I'm out of state. I've been unemployed essentially since COVID, because I wasn't making much money during COVID before I got suspended. I am pretty broke, Your Honor, and I'm not sure how I could get myself up to Connecticut from 8 hours away. It would be a financial burden that I'm not sure how I'd pull off, and I do not want to disrespect your orders.
On the one hand, you are raising an issue about not having access to exhibits and not being able to offer exhibits. I'm giving you a vehicle by which you may do that. This is, we're talking about your career here. I think the best way for us to proceed is in person. That's to provide you with the greatest possible opportunity to defend yourself. I'm not insensitive to the issue that you're raising with respect to your inability in terms of financing to be able to finance a trip up here, but I think that in the interest of expediency and making sure that this is done in the most efficient way possible, I am going to continue the matter for an in-person hearing. We will work with you. The Office of Chief Disciplinary Counsel in the court will work with you on finding a date that works for you within the next several weeks, and we'll try to get it done.
Your Honor, can I please have a date certain by which all exhibits must be filed?
Yes. 2 weeks from today, all exhibits that are being offered by Mr. Heights must be filed with the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right? Yes, sir. Sorry, Mr. Heights?
I'm sorry, I was just writing your 2 weeks order down.
Okay,
for my reflection.
All right.
I'm just going to be straight with you. I understand that my disbarment is coming. I don't know how I'm going to be able to get up there, and then that would, and I'm not sure how I'd be able to get my hands on a transcript without being up there personally within 2 weeks. I just don't see this going any feasible way. So why delay the inevitable?
Well, I've run out of time today in any event. So
I don't like the illegal trespassing on a dead woman's property. I don't want to be bothered by this and all anymore. If you read the transcript, Your Honor, I think it would be pretty enlightening. Well, I ain't in the tip of the iceberg because I got to respect attorney-client confidentiality on a lot of other people. Defense attorneys can't make a case into what the grievance thing. It's just well known, and it's well known that solo practitioners are targeted. Criminal defense attorneys are the lowest on the totem pole. I've come to terms with it, Your Honor. I'm going to take it as a man.
If you've come to some conclusion as to how you want this matter
kicking, and
to
screaming.
resolve, I would suggest that you speak with the Office of Chief Disciplinary Counsel to see if some type of an agreement can be reached. My experience with them is that they're very reasonable they're willing to listen to whatever it is that you have to offer. So by continuing the matter for a period of time, that will give you an opportunity to do that as well, or in the alternative, to make arrangements to present your defense to the matter. So at this point, we're going to stand adjourned. If you want to stay on the line, Mr. Hikes, with Attorney Villar and the court to try to establish a date, fine. If not, we will go ahead and set a date in any event. So I'm going to conclude the matter now, and I'll be back, Mr. Ferraro, for the next matter in 10 minutes. All right?
Your Honor.
Stand adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do not worry. I am not playing the next one. I know we've been here forever. I have to know if the next one is that the other attorney that was with him, was it Hackman? It was something like Hackman. So I just want to know. Can't see. I got to press play. Oh, there goes my dog. Of course. No. Nope. This is Scott. This is a different
All right.
attorney.
And Mr. Garber, have you seen that?
So, guys, I'm thinking about making that whole thing that we just watched a video for the middle of the day for people who don't watch lives and don't watch my channel at all. So if you see me put out a video about a lawyer getting disbarred, you don't have to watch it. You can just ignore it. It's just a video during the day, the same thing. However, after I end this stream, I am going to see if, where is he? I'm looking for Scott Garver.
Proposed order?
He's not there yet. Hold on. Oh. Nope. Scott, there was another one for Scott Garver, and I guess he didn't show up. So he wants to get disbarred. So yeah, you can just ignore that. If I make the video and put it out later, you can just ignore it because you've already been through it. And this one was way better than any video I could make with the chat. Way, way, way better. So Tokyo, thank you. I'm just looking to see who Tokyo got. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Anyway, thank you so much for watching that clip for the first time with me. Just so if you didn't know, if he's going in person, I can't get that. They don't stream in person. There's a slight possibility they will stream it because the guests have to go in through Zoom. But when I say slight possibility, I mean they're not going to stream it. They're not going to stream it on YouTube, so we're not going to see. Anyway, thank you for all the gifted memberships today, guys, and the super chats. And I got to show this one more time because it's so great. 5 months. Yes. Jay, thank you. I have to see who got it. All right, guys, Judge is going to start real soon because I went real late. Yeah, thank you so much. Casey, thank you so much. Jay Fire, go get some sleep, rest, and then I don't know, do your physical therapy. Linus, you got some more in your fun today to come to America. We'll just keep stabbing at it. How long? How long for what? I could answer that in many different ways. Are we talking about? Oh wow, my alarm's about to go off to remind me courts open up. Ooh, we've been at this for a while. Hey Jay, thank you. And thank you nobody for asking me for any weird requests for next time, like a whole French hearing or something. All right, Judge is going to start soon. See everybody in Judge Fleischer's courtroom, unless I don't see you there, and I will see you tomorrow on my stream. Fibers, thanks for coming out. Thank you, awesome mods. I did tape a jury selection today for a trial that's starting in Judge Van's court, not with Judge Van, the other guy, Brecken or Bentley or something like that. Fine. Why don't you just make the short and then give it to me? I'm joking. Yeah, I was there. We did play that today, right? Yes, we did. So now I can make the short of my video instead of the short of Judge Fleischer's video. All right, I'm putting my outro on. We're done. Psh, done. I'm like Judge Simpson. I'm done.
Got these life that goes digital dreams. Through the screen, her blue eyes gleam. Wicked humor, sharp as a knife. Her stream sparks electric light. Late night when the world sleeps, she's the friend that always keeps. Giggles roll like thunder loud. She stands out in any crowd. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted, sharp. In a way, there's no alarm. Freedom tales waiting to the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle she lights the way. Her eyes hear a sky so blue. In her jokes there's a truth so true. With each string she brings the light, turns dark days into bright. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted, sharp. In a way, there's no alarm. Streaming tales late into the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle she lights the way. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted, sharp. In a way, there's no alarm.